No, it's very, very slight. So not really favouring either end.
Brad Freak, who was out, yesterday, Dan Vaccaro maintained that he was the number one stats man, but Freaky has something to say about that. Who are we looking at today on our 40-wing stat sheet?
Yeah, if we look at the Wangaratta Rovers to start off with, we'll have a look at Dylan Stone today, obviously been outstanding for them. Sam Murray, prolific ball winner, averages 29 disposals per game. Lucas Webb, Raven Jaloff and Jack Garish as well, who expect to run all day today. And if we have a look at the Alpine Saints, we're doing Brodie Riccardi, who played his 100th game last week, obviously against Corowa, Kurt Aylett in the middle, Mitch Del Bosco, Sam Martin and Simon Curtis in the middle. He's averaging 27 disposals a game and was outstanding last week against Corowa. Played more in the midfield. Him and Martin were the turning point in that game. So I look to see him play more midfield minutes today as well.
Just having a chat with some of the umpires out there, Chriso.
Well, they're just asking where Monty is. I said he's on the bench today.
They want Monty.
You should know who I am. I used to interview him. But old Greg there doing the boundary for the umpires. But both sides still warming up. Sam Murray just about to come in, I think, for the toss. So Mitch Del Bosco is coming in as well. So we'll have that shortly.
If you are just joining us, confirming no late changes for either side as well for the Wangaratta Rovers and the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. There was a bit of talk during the week, Lukey, whether Tyson Hartwig might play for the Wangaratta Rovers, but he hasn't played a senior game all year, has played the last three in the reserve. So Darren Creswell not deciding to go with Hartwig today.
Yeah, it gets tough, doesn't it, Blake, this time of year, trying to, fit everyone in to the starting lineup. So if you miss out this time of year, you're certainly stiff. If you played a fair majority of ones games, that is for sure. We've got the Rovers warming up towards the Hume Street end and the Saints towards the Smollett Street end. And, let's get it on, boys. Elimination final day, hey? Albury Sports Ground. Doesn't get much better than this.
Chris Mitchell, I believe the toss was just had in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, Sam Carpenter came in and he's won the toss and they're going to kick to the southern end.
So the Noriel Park end.
Yep. And I do have to mention Creswell looking very relaxed on the boundary with his big moustache. And I said, do you want a cocktail? He goes, I wouldn't mind one at the moment. So he looks very, very relaxed, the Rovers coach. Last time he was here for an elimination final, guess what? Saints won by 3 points against his Raiders.
There you go.
Beautiful. Chriso, is that the stat that you were talking about yesterday that you had for us?
It's one of many, Freaky.
You did mention on the drive out to Sandy Creek that you had a stat that would knock our socks off as you drop your critic there, mate.
Thanks, mate.
That's all right. Is that one of them, or have you got another one?
That's one, but the other one is Myrtleford's going for 10 in a row against the Rovers.
10 games in a row.
10 wins in a row.
There you go.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Stretching back to 2016.
He's trumping you, Freaky. He's giving you a run for your money.
I'll get right back in my box now, Chris.
Hasn't been a good weekend for the Freak man.
No, it hasn't. Of course, he is a sour Collingwood supporter, but at the end of the day, they've had a lot of tight finishes go their way in season 2022. Freaky, have you got some stats for us on the last time these sides won finals for their respective sides? Obviously, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints were able to win one in 2019, but it's been a while for the Wangaratta Rovers.
Yeah, 2014 in the elimination final against Corowa was the last time. Actually, at the McNamara Reserve in Myrtleford was the last time they were able to win a game. And Myrtleford hasn't won a game at the sports ground since the elimination final in 2019, the last time we had final. So it's been a while. Obviously, haven't played a lot of footy in that time as well. But it's been a while since the Saints have been able to have a win here. Obviously, the Rovers were able to beat the Tigers last week in round 18 to get their win here for the first time in a while. So Saints will be looking to get that. And Rovers obviously haven't played a lot of finals in their time. 3 final series since 2009 themselves, so really chomping at the bit to be able to get another win under their belt.
Who are you going to pick? I'm going to go to you, Brad Freak, please, on the 40-wing stat sheet. Who wins this game and why, more importantly?
Well, I have to say probably the Rovers. I probably trust their leg speed a little bit more. Obviously, we touched on earlier the smaller blokes from Myrtleford last week were sensational, but we've just seen it more often from the Rovers through the Garishes and the Stones and think boys like this, and I just have to lean towards them, but I can easily see it's a flip of the coin for mine anyway.
Chris Mitchell?
I'm going to have to go the Rovers, even though it's Mitch Del Bosco's 150th, I think, for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. The captain, he's been outstanding. I think they've got a little bit too much class in the midfield.
What about you, Luke Francis?
I'll go for the Wang Rovers, Panda. I just think their best footy is as good as anyone's in the comp, and when they're on, they're very sharp. What about yourself?
Well, if you're all picking the Rovers, I'm going to pick the Myrtleford Alpine Saints just to be different.
Good on you.
I know that I picked the Rovers during my tips during the week, but I think the Myrtleford Alpine Saints they match up well against the Rovers. They've already beaten them twice this year, and I didn't know that stat coming into it, about 10 in a row. So they've obviously got the wood over the Wangaratta Rovers, and I think that it might continue today.
Very good. Yeah, very good, Panda. So, players walking out of position now. They're about to get set on Sunday the 4th of September, as we said, elimination final day. What a beauty it is.
Father's Day. So a big happy Father's Day to all the dads around the northeast and the border, whether you went out for brekkie, you were treated to breakfast in bed, a couple of presents like Chris O. Hope you had a wonderful day. If you're thinking about getting down to the Albury Sports Ground today, make sure you do. It is a sensational afternoon, not a cloud in the sky, a good crowd as well building here in the heart of Albury between the Myrtleford Alpine Saints and the Wangaratta Rovers. The umpire holds the footy aloft. We're about to get underway in the elimination final. First quarter action for Blacklocks in Wodonga. Here's Lukey Francis.
Yeah, here we go. Callum Crisp and Toby Murray in the ruck for the first opening bounce. Sam Martin gets on the boot, sends it forward. Nice mark taken by Nick Warnock. Just outside the arc of the 50 to the Smollett Street end. Here they come. Forward entry for the Sainers. Over the back, running onto it. Goal. Murray Waits kicked it, has he?
No, there's a whistle. There's a whistle.
Free kick against Sharp, I think, guys.
What was that for, Chris O?
I think he had his opponent was in front of him. He just pushed him in the back a little bit. He might have got him a little bit high, but the umpires were right on that one.
Alrighty, so Sam Martin gold, and then it was overturned. Booker wins it back for the Saints from the kick in and goes short to Dussin. He was crunched, but he's as tough as nails, Matty Dussin. Too far out to score. Chips it into the hole. That was poor defence from the Wangaratta Rovers and Lucas Webb there. And it looks like it's...
Capillari.
It is. It's Tommy Capillari who's marked. You'd say 45 metres out directly in front the Bushranger.
Been outstanding when he has played this year. I saw him at Wodonga a few weeks ago. He's a really classy player at Tom Capillari. Looks like a real talent that the Saints have got going forward.
Yeah, we saw him, Lukey Francis, on debut at Button Park. I think he nabbed 4 that day, I reckon.
He's very zippy, wasn't he, Panda? Yeah, he's a live wire, this bloke.
13 games for the Bushrangers. Comes in 45 metres out directly in front. He's hooked it trying to get a little bit of distance, and it's to the near side. So the first score on the board, we've gone a minute and a half on the Albury GJ Gardner-Holmes time clock. Myrtleford 1, the Rovers 0. First quarter action for Blacklocks in Wodonga.
Sam Murray with the Sharon, just balks, and then he goes with a long driving kick out of defence towards centre wing on the far side. Toby Murray got his hands to it, couldn't claim it. Now there's a whistle.
Yeah, free kick against Callum Crisp. I think, Stone's going to take it, but free kick here for the Rovers.
So Jolliffe with the ball and wants to spear it inboard to Bryant. So the Rovers with possession. Him as centre square. So Todd with the ball. Play a little stagnant, and he wants to go out to the clubhouse side. So the Rovers through Murray again. I'll tell you what, the Saints are doing well here.
Good press.
That's right. They're holding them up. And then down the line, nice delivery to Murray. And then Murray drives it in forward. First inside 50 for the Rovers. Dylan Stone picks it up and puts on the wheels. Then a hurry kick forward, and McCarthy's taken the mark. So good footy. Rushed inside. McCarthy front spot has taken the mark, and we'll have a shot on goal to the Hume Street ends.
Beautiful. Sorry, Chris.
No, Boyd and Marklew sort of got in each other's way, but Stone was good enough to pick it up and then find his teammate in McCarthy.
3 touches early for Sam Murray on the 40-wink stat sheet as well.
Here goes Alex McCarthy. So the Rovers trying to start with a major to the Hume Street end, and he's just missed it, and it's gone through for 1 minor score on the Steel Line scoreboard. 1 point apiece. Early days here in the first term, brought to you by Blacklocks Wodonga. Here's Blake Escott for McRae Motors.
So the Rovers and the Saints, elimination final day. Simon Curtis in really good form, drives it long to the far flank, the clubhouse side of the ground, and Murray takes a nice intercept mark here for the Rovers. He plays on with dash, and he's going to pump the Rovers back inside forward 50. Marklew's caught deep, flew high, well done by the Saints defence. Del Bosco put his teammate, it was Martin, under a fair bit of pressure. McCarthy fans it back to Murray, and he sends it inside 50 again, and Marklew has taken it 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Looks like the Rovers just overwhelmed the Saints there. Chris O, boundary side for the Newey.
They've got plenty of numbers behind the ball, so every time the Myrtleford defence get it out, it just hits a wall of Rovers, and Marklew's got a paddock at the moment to move in. The Saints would want to tighten up a bit.
Sam Murray's the one, boy. He's already up to 5 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet. He's everywhere, setting all of these attacks up for the Rovers.
50 goals in the home and away season for the sharpshooter Alex Marklew. Comes in, likes it off the boot. I reckon it's home. Marklew's got the first. He turns to the crowd, and the Rovers They go to 117. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints one behind. That's on the Steel Line score. We'll be playing 4 and a bit minutes in this opening term for Blacklocks in Wodonga.
Just repeat inside 50s there for the Rovers. Up to 3 inside 50s. All 3 of them came in the last couple of minutes of the passage of play on the 40-wing stat sheet. Just persistent work and to be able to take that nice mark there by Mark Lew and kick a beautiful goal.
Yeah, Sam Murray, what an amazing player he is. Brad Freak, just mentioning how prominent he's been on the 40-wing stat sheet and just really provides so much drive from the back half. Rightio, back in the middle, Maraca for the Saints. Right foot, hurry kick, bouncing ball inside 50 for the Saints at the Smollett Street end and wrapped up. And the umpire's going to call for it.
Had a great start to the game, Sam Murray.
Certainly has, that is for sure. So the elimination final at the Albury Sports Ground. The winner to fight another day. The loser bows out for season 2022. Waite bursts onto it, has a shot to the Smollett Street end, and he's drilled it. The Saints get one back. That is a ripper from Murray. And, well, a good response here from the Saints as we go down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Just put the afterburners on, didn't he, Waite? And he's had a great finish to the season for the Saints and will hold their hopes in the small forward department for today.
3 inside 50s there for Myrtleford. Obviously, Waite, that's his first goal, but you had one cancelled out before with the free kick. Really started lively in that forward half for them. He's had 2 disposals and kicked a goal. They've been a really strong start for the Saints.
22 goals for the year now for Murray Waite. They've got a hybrid-looking forward line, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, don't they? So a great answer, and we've already seen 2 goals in the first 6 minutes in this elimination final. Carpenter was crunched, but the Rovers surge it forward. Riccardi backing back for the Rovers, spills to Mark Lew. He dishes it out to Williamson, gets back onto his left. Nice little outside foot kick, but it's been chopped off by Dustin at half-back for the Saints. They're running through the middle of the ground with space. Martin, left foot inboard. Webb overwhelmed it, spilled out the back to young Deegan Dolney. Great chase down tackle from Will Nolan. That was a certain goal saver. Desperation, getting around one there. The Alpine Saints, a banana across the face of goal. And Aylett sees it over the boundary line. So dangerous play. I think that was Dolney. It tightened the pocket for the Saints. No score. We've gone 6 and a bit in the opening quarter for Blacklocks and Wodonga. Scores level, a goal apiece.
Michael Clark spears it in to Dylan Stone. Rovers with possession, defensive 50. And they shift it out to the clubhouse side or through the hands of Jack Garish. Booker with it for the Saints. Oh, just went down to his knees. Dylan Stone in pursuit of this Sharon. Burn after him. Good shepherd from Garish. And Stone on to McCarthy. So the Rovers working it out. And then, well, just a drop ball there from Chamberlain. But they're able to clean up. And then a left foot low one down the line. Wasn't the best of kicks. Good contest out there. And then they break away through Amory. He's going to have a shot on goal. Tumbling ball. Mark Lew again. He's taken the mark. No further than 10 out. Plays on. And he's got another. So the Rovers have started this game in fine fashion. Alex Mark Lew with an early double as we go back down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
They've just been able to break the lines, haven't they, the Rovers, with that run and carry game. And Amory obviously put the afterburners on there. Wasn't a great kick, but managed to find Mark Lew, who had a couple of metres on his opponent in sharp.
Dylan Stone started getting busy out on that wing on the far side, having 4 touches on the 40-wing stat sheet. Inside 50s are the same. Both teams haven't had the same opportunities. Rovers just being a little bit clinical when they go forward at the moment. 5 inside 50s apiece.
Well, boys, we've had a great opening stanza so far. 8 minutes, 3 goals, and a fair bit of dash on this Albury Sports Ground.
That's
Lukey
what
Francis.
we want, Panda. That's what we want.
Both sides cracking in, desperation, good fast-flowing footy. I love to see it, and a good crowd here on Father's Day at the Sports Ground. Shane Gaston wins that ruck tap down. Martin, he's a bull, able to extract it. Hand passes it forward. Good contest at ground level. Maraca was held. Umpire said play on. Garish goes in, doesn't fumble. Hand passes to a genuine one-on-one. Owers sends the Saints back into attack. A good contest there between Martin and Chamberlain. Ball at ground level inside 50 for the Saints. Warnock's over this footy. No one wants to pick it up. Chamberlain just shovels it out. McCarthy goes and wins it. He was overwhelmed but found Bryant. Inboard looking handball to Gaston. They're playing around with it here, the Rovers, and the Saints turn it over. Go out wide to Riccardi. He's too far out to score. 52, 53 metres. Kicks it into the pocket. Searching lead. Sharp not able to mark. Murray with the fist. Sees it over the boundary line for a throw-in. Inside forward 50 for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They trail 2-1-13 to 1-1-7 on the Steel Line opening quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, first turn brought to you by Blacklocks Wodonga. Chris Mitchell, Brad Freak, Blake Escott And Luke Francis with you on O&M Live, 1494 2AY, 1566 3&E. Good afternoon to you. Here we go, Gaston and Dolney. Malachi has chipped in, and then Nolan just got ripped off the ball. Players go in. Way out on the far side to us, opposite of the broadcast side, adjacent to the netball courts. And we will have a stoppage as we go boundary side again. Here's Chris Mitchell for the Newey.
Yeah, great defensive forward pressure at the moment, isn't it, from the Saints? It's able to keep them, give them repeat entries and give them plenty of looks at shots at goal.
Freaky, repeating the Ray Wright Rural Netball update for us.
Yeah, obviously the Wangaratta were able to have a really good win there by 2 goals against the Albury Tigers. So commiserations to Albury, but Wangaratta go on to next week against Lavington next Sunday.
Of course, Lavi fell to the hands of Yarrawonga in a very impressive A-grade netball game yesterday. At half-back, the Rovers just shovel it up the far wing. And they gain about 40 or 50 metres, but it's out of bounds on the full. And Simon Curtis has it on true centre wing. Clubhouse side for the Saints. He kicks it into Maraka, who's got an acre of space, able to go inside forward 50. Late contact, Murray flew from behind. He got up very high, did Sam Murray. Gets it back at ground level and just clears the zone for the Rovers. Bear wasn't able to grab it. Curtis extracted out to Owers, who fell over. And we've got another boundary throw in just forward to centre for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Freaky, what about that leap from Sam Murray? His numbers, please. Yeah,
outstanding there by Sam Murray. 6 disposals for him and 6 disposals also for Dylan Stone as well. 5 for Sam Murray for the Myrtleford on their 40-wing stat sheet.
So we've got a boundary throw in on the clubhouse side, just left of centre wing. And players... Stone picks it up. That was Dylan. On to Ryan Stone, then on to Philo. So Brody with the high ball up towards just outside the arc of the 50. Boyd in the red boots is about to thump it in. A low driving kick on its way to McCarthy. Beats him though. Ball over the chalk. And again, we'll have another boundary throw in this time at the Hume Street end. So on the Steel Line scoreboard, early days, it is the Wang Rovers 2-1-13, leading the Myrtleford Alpine Saints 1-1-7. Here's Blake Escott for McRae Motors.
Played 11 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner-Hones time clock in the elimination final. Father's Day, Crisp palms it down. Going in there, McCarthy. Not sure if he got a hand pass. Boyd, he did hand pass it back from the stoppage. Mark Lou goes in, wins it. Well done by Simon Curtis. Got an important hand in and then shoveled Gerish off it. And we got a whistle and a free kick here going to Simon Curtis, who's started pretty well, Chris Mitchell, for the Newey.
Yeah, he's playing a kick behind the ball, isn't he? Obviously, the other ace for the Saints is to keep him on ball as well if they need that drive through the midfield.
Great chase down tackle from Jack Gerish on Riley Sharp on centre wing. Brilliant stuff from Jack Gerish. Turned it over.
Riley O'Shea, come off the bench, boys.
Yeah, Riley O'Shea off the bench. His kick was dropped by Maraka. Look at the intensity in the elimination final. Maraka is caught holding the ball. Philo picks it up. Boyd marks. Inside 50. What about the pressure in this elimination final, Chris Mitchell, for the Newey?
It's really lifted. The pressure on the bench is lifted too, boys. Both camps are really shouting orders at the moment, but obviously Boyd is keeping us guessing as well. He's camped in the forward line at the moment. Charlie Crisp is on him.
So Tom Boyd, we were talking pre-game, where's he going to start? He started forward, and he's going to line up here from, say, 35 metres. Pretty tight in this Albury Sports Ground pocket, in front of the old scoreboard. Noriel Park end. He's kicked 17 goals in season 2022. Make it 18. Tom Boyd gets the Rovers third, and they move to 3-1-19. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints 1-1-7. We played 12 minutes in this opening quarter for Blacklocks in Wodonga.
7 inside 50s for the Rovers early in this first quarter as well, but 3 marks inside 50 compared to 1 for Myrtleford. They've just been a little bit more direct when they go and lowering their eyes a little bit more and be able to hit up targets like Tom Boyd at that time there. Hit Mark Lou up a couple of times for a couple of shots for him for his 2 goals as well. So Myrtleford need to lower their eyes a little bit and hit the sharp boys up in the forward half for them.
Yeah, so a reset in the middle. Opening term at the Albury Sports Ground. Maraka for the Saints. Hurriedly on the boot, but that man again, Sam Murray. How many now, Freaky, on the 40-wing stats?
7 disposals for Murray.
Driving kick inside 50. Have a look at that ball. Boyd and also Toby Murray at the front. Big defensive fist away. Booker tried to get his hands on it. Carpenter, right foot hurried kick. Bouncing ball. And then Wilson with the left one goes wide. Nice to Jaden.
It's on behind play here, boys, as Haymaker's been thrown everywhere.
It's keep an eye on that one. It's Huey Wales and Raven Jolliffe right in amongst the action.
In the meantime, Jaden Bear has the ball. So Jaden, by the time he makes contact with his footy, he'll be right on the 50 arc.
Buckets bouquet, the non-official umpire, out there. And
What's happened
boys.
here?
Not sure what it's for, but it's going to be a free kick in the goal square, I'm thinking.
Yeah, so there you go. Big. Early on in the elimination final, Alex Marklu's going to pick up his third. Wow. We've almost reached the 15-minute mark on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Opening turn brought to you by Blacklocks. Alex Marklu has 3 freaky. Let's go to you on the 40-wing stats.
Yeah, he's been really lively up in the forward half there. I'm obviously not too sure what happened in the goal square there to be able to get one as well. But yeah, looking when they go forward, Wangaratta are looking a lot more dangerous at the moment. Less inside 50s, but more obviously scoreboard pressure at the moment. A little bit more dangerous going forward. Their targets of Marklu and Boyd are being really dangerous, taking the 4 marks inside forward 50 as a team so far, Wangaratta.
do you have any idea what that was for, Chriso?
No idea. In the back line there, O'Shea is on Boyd now. Obviously, Brady Sharp's still got Marklu, but they might change that one soon.
The Myrtleford Alpine Saints coaching staff right next to us in the box to the left. So if you hear a few punches, well, there's a bit of plaster breaking. You know what it is. There's a push and a free kick here, and it's going to go the way of Tom Capillari on centre wing, broadcast side. End of 50, Chriso.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Maybe he said something, but he wasn't going to go. He was nearly stepping on him, so maybe that what it was for.
Was it clearly against Raven Jolliffe?
Yeah, against Raven Jolliffe. He's been in the centre of everything at the moment.
Well, stakes are high and players are on edge, aren't they? Yep.
Well called, Lukey Francis for McRae Motors. So Tom Capillari, the young fella who's already had a cider in this opening quarter, will line up every bit of 45 metres out, slight angle. Grandstand side here of the sports ground. Comes in, it's a slow approach, it's a nice looking kick, and he's got it, the young kid. So the Bush Ranger bangs it through, and the Myrtleford Alpine Saints get their second. They move to 2-1-13, the Rovers 4-1-25. Boys, we've got a ball game in the elimination final in this opening quarter.
Absolutely, we do. One area of the game Myrtleford is right on top. It is the centre clearance work, 4-2 early in this first term. Getting first use of it out of the middle, quick kicks forward, but just haven't capitalised on it as yet. Look to see if that's an area that the Rovers look to clean up as the game wears on. Yeah,
Sunday afternoon footy. Elimination final day. How good is this? Whistle in the middle shortly after the ball up. And it's going to go to Callum Chris for the Saints. Hands it off. And they come this side to Aussie Wicks, who's under pressure, just gets his kick away. Warnock's taken the mark down forward for the Saints.
Actually worked all right. It took a little bit off the kick and allowed Warnock to lead into that space.
Certainly did. So, Nick, well, this guy's just been so dangerous playing forward. Later on in the year, hasn't he, Brad Freak?
Yeah, his goal kicking last week was a little bit off, Lukey. Hopefully, see if he's worked on it this week.
That's right. Was having a little trouble at Corowa, finding the sticks on that one. Fading away, is it? No, he might have got the legs. He's got it all right. Well, won't that give him a real booster shot of confidence, Nick Warnock? Sainers get another. Haven't we got a game on our hands? Steel line scoreboard. It is the Wang Rovers 4-1-25 to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints 3-1-19. The Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock has almost gone 18 minutes. Panda for McRae Motors. How good is this?
It's great. It's a lot different to the game we saw yesterday at the WJ Finlay Oval. So Nick Warnock has kicked a goal in every single game this year. That is a good output from a man in his first season in the Ovens and Murray. Here's Riley Booker. So the Saints are away again. They're moving it down the far wing. Short option. Spots up Malachi Owers. So he's right bang smack in front of the clubhouse at the Albury Sports Ground. Kicks it back into attack. There was a huge fly there from Williamson. Picked up at ground level by Aylett. Snaps it back into a dangerous position. Riley Sharp taps it on. And Martin, who was that? That was, Waite. I think Waite left it behind. Riley Sharp's picked it up and snapped it. It looked like the opportunity had passed for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, but they get one anyway. Sharp snaps it on the left, and all of a sudden, scores a level.
Yeah, unreal. What a contest as we go back down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, it's that defensive forward pressure that they're putting on. They're making the Rovers second-guess themselves in defensive 50 there. And a great tap on there, and that nearly stuffed it up. But, 2 goals in a row. They're right in this one.
Getting some reward now, the Saints. They've had 12 inside 50s to 8 early in this first term. Repeat inside 50s have been able to result in those goals for them on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Opening turn brought to you by Blacklocks Wodonga. Great sponsors of O&M Live. Here we go again. Back in the centre, Dawson trying to weave his way through traffic. Got a rush kick on the boot. And then, well, Williamson fighting away from it at ground level. And it looks like it's going to be tied up here, is it? Yep, umpire let it go. Good umpiring. And now we'll have a stoppage on the arc of the 50. Top of it to the Smollett Street end on a cracking day in the city of Albury. Here we go again. Del Bosco onto it. Mitch on the left foot drives it. And then was it touched yet?
Yep,
it was by
I think.
McQuaid. And it's gone through for one behind. Gee, I tell you what, these rotations just so important today, Chris Mitchell, because it is heating up down there boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel.
It's very warm down here. I even put some sunscreen on this morning. You know, it's finals weather when you do that, boys.
I tell you what, if I'm the coaching staff for the Rovers, I've got to do something about this clearance work, Freaky, because it is one-way traffic at the minute. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints are beating him around the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Centre clearances at 6-2 at the moment. They're just really dominating them in that area of the game.
So Gerish's kick into the middle of the ground asked a lot of his teammate there in McCarthy, and he's set upon by two Myrtleford Alpine Saints who have kicked the last 3 goals in this opening quarter for Blacklocks in Wodonga. They're trailed by 18 points only a few moments ago. And now scores a level. 26, they lead by 1 point. The ball on the far wing here, it's Gerish. Shapes to hand pass and then comes inside with pace. He's taken 2 bounces, Jackie Gerish. He's gained 70 metres for his side. What about that? Oh, from behind Boyd! Boyd's taken a specky. An elite body and paint mark of the day from Tom Boyd, and he's going to line up 25 metres out, call it directly in front.
Yeah, I think it's O'Shea that's on the mark. He used it as a step ladder, didn't he? But how about the run from Garish? He'd have to be one of the quickest players in the comp. Took a few bounces and kicked truly in the deep 50 for the Rovers.
That is a bloke just taking the game on with sheer pace, isn't it, Brad Freak?
Yeah, you love to see it in a big final like today. Leave everything out on the field. Beautiful work there by Jack Gerish.
So Tommy Boyd, he's already kicked 1. How about this start? It is a beauty in the elimination final, and Tom Boyd's banged through his second. It's a 5-point lead to the Wangaratta Rovers, 5-1-31. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints 4-2-26. We've seen 9 goals in this opening quarter. We've played 21 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock.
Yeah, this is as good as Ovens and Murray football gets. Don't worry about that. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints and the Wang Rovers at the Albury Sports Ground on a Sunday afternoon, and we are just being treated as the ball is slowly making its way back to the middle. This is what we love, Freaky. Footy's back, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Sensational start. Beautiful weather. You can't ask for much more if you're a footy lover today, Lukey.
That's it, mate. So field umpire back in the centre, or heart of the Albury Sports Ground. Here we go again. Callum Chris and Toby Murray. Sam Martin took the ball out of the contest. It's wrapped up, and the umpire is going to call for it again. So here we go. Let's see who can clear this ball. Callum Chris, Lucas Webb after it. Del Bosco had him. And Amory overran the ball. And then Del Bosco going again. High kick up on the air, up and under. Oh, Bryant came through, spatted out the back of the contest. Amory wants to get it back. They're retreating here, losing ground. Williamson, the Rovers. Oh, nice. Just missed Murray. Too tall for him. Booker comes in. Wild hand pass. Gets it to Del Bosco. And they move it to the outer side.
That was great play by the Myrtleford Alpine Saints in the middle of the ground, who have definitely stepped it up a notch, as have the Rovers. So Byrne with a short one finds Maraca on the far wing. So the Saints trail by 5 points. 26 plays 31 in this opening quarter for Blacklocks in Wodonga. This is Riley Booker. Kicked 5 goals last week, did the young fella. He's got a bit of flair. Kicks a long penetrating one inside forward 50. Toby Murray got a fist to it. Ball at ground level. Byrne picks it up. Kicks it on goal. It's off the side of the boot. And I think it's just touched. Yeah, it has. It's touched the line before spilling out of play. So boundary throw in. 5 metres around from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. They trail by 5 points in this opening quarter. 23 gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock.
Chris Mitchell, Brad Freak, Blake Escott and Luke Francis here at the Albury Sports Ground. There's Clark. Gets a high ball out of the fence, but it'll be coming back. Booker's taken it and goes inboard to Maraca. Now, what have they got for the Saints? The Rovers are set up pretty good. High ball goes in. They get an entry. Warnock. Oh, gee, big fly. Playing on Owers. Malakai's got it. So the Saints get their 5th. What a gem of a start to this football game from both teams. This is a beauty. First term brought to you by Blacklocks Wodonga as we go back boundary side for Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, they're really predictable, aren't they, going forward? The Saints, you know they're going to go to the pack to Warnock and Sharp. But how about the roving work from Malachi? I was just about 45 out on a bit of a tight angle and just dribbled one through. Big one for the Saints.
If we go around the grounds for Mr. Stokes Pool World in the big final out at Sandy Creek today, early in the first quarter, Dedarang lead 2-1-13 to 3 behinds Kiwa.
Well, I reckon, boys, we've seen the best quarter of footy for the entire year in the SS&A, Ovens and Murray. 10 goals in the opening stanza. This is what you love to see in a do-or-die final as Gerish pumps the Rovers into attack. The bounce beat the Brady Sharp, the Saints defender, allowed Jolliffe into it, kicks it around the corner. Bear, did he cop contact? He did. Jaden Bear cop front on contact, and he's going to line up 30 metres out in a slight angle, Chriso.
Aylett just took his eyes off the ball at the last minute there and tried to get a little bit of contact. Obviously, Bear was running back with it and fell over, and a fair free kick there for the Rovers.
Using their inside 50s a lot more effectively than Myrtleford at the moment. 10 inside 50s, what's going to be coming up for their 7th shot at goal, where Myrtleford's had 15 for their 7 shots as well. So Rovers going forward are looking a lot more dangerous at the moment.
So Jaden Bear, he's been moved to half back at stages in season 2022, playing forward today. Will kick on goal for the 11th goal in this quarter. Jaden Bear, look at that. That is a wonderful finish. I don't want this quarter to end, lads, on 14.94, 2AY, 15.663. It is a beauty, and the Rovers get their 6. 6-1-37 in the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 5-2-32. That's on the Steel Line scoreboard. We've gone 26 minutes.
It's goal for goal, isn't it, boys? And you just wonder, hot conditions, hot tempo as well. You just wonder how long they can keep it up, both sides.
Sam Martin up to 6 disposals for Myrtleford as well out in the midfield. He's been outstanding on the 40-wing stat sheet.
How's the inside 50 count, Freaky, on the 40-wing stats?
Yeah, 15 for Myrtleford for 10 for Rovers. So Rovers looking a lot more dangerous and a lot more effective when they are going in their forward half.
Very good, rightio. Here we go. Gaston and Callum Crisp. They fight for the ball. Maraca trying to pick it up off a deck. Gaston just in his back.
Yep.
And Maraca will get the kick. So the tricolours with it. Just left of centre. And he goes in, Maraca. Ball over the back, Sam Murray. Nice defensive mark. He just reads it so well. And then on that left foot. Gee, I'll tell you what, 2-on-1 out here. This is interesting. Saints win it. Warnock on to Martin. Low ball. Nice.
Sold his eyes beautifully.
Yeah, and finds Capillari. Plays on. And it comes off to Maraca.
Geez, he started well. He has started really well on the guts, Chriso, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been really lively. So is Capillari and Owers as well. Those fleet brigade from the Saints have really been electric so far.
Josh Maraca with the footy. He'll have a shot to the Smollett Street end. At the moment, the Wang Rovers up by 5 points on the Steel Line scoreboard. This to put the Saints back in front, but that one is missed and has gone through for 1 minus score. Margin back to 4 points. What a belter we got on our hands. Here is Blake Escott for McRae Motors.
So 37 plays 33 in the opening quarter. 11 goals. It's had absolutely everything. Speckies, running bounces, great finishes.
Couple of 50s, Panda.
Yep. Bit of scruff. That's what we love to see. Murray's penetrating kick from the kick in. All of a sudden is on the far wing of the Albury Sports Ground. Tracking this one back, Curtis. Pushed off the ball. The Rovers go back inside forward 50. Looking for Mark Lou. Ball at ground level. Fakes one way, then the other. Hand passes it to Williamson. He was crunched, but he got a kick away. Stone flew high. Wasn't able to mark. And a boundary throw in inside 50 for the Rovers. When they move that ball quick, Chriso, they are as dangerous as there is in the competition.
Absolutely spot on. And Curtis had his pocket picked by Philo. And you just see how good the Morris medalist is.
Rightio. Let's have a look at this boundary throwing. He'll win the clearance here. Look at the players around this ball, would you? Curtis, rush kick, tumbling one, bouncing. And then the Rovers good bring kick. It through from Williamson to Gaston. Nice delivery, good vision, low ball. That was nice, Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, lowered their eyes beautifully. Going to have another look at it here. But 11 scoring shots, obviously. It's been a huge start from both teams, end-to-end stuff.
Yeah, ticking up towards the 29-minute mark now on the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock. So there's the siren to bring an end to the first term. But Gaston's going to have a shot on goal here to the Hume Street end. Wow, this has just been super to watch. So what will Shane do? Can he put one through, the big man? Let's have a look. Lays back, gives it a fair ride, but that's gone through for 1 minus score. Well, has it? Yep. So that brings quarter time here at the Albury Sports Ground. And what an absolute belter we have seen. 6-3-39, the Wang Rovers lead at quarter time to the Myrtleford Saints 5-3-33. This is O&M Live, and remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SS&A.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Did someone say KFC? I don't care!
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SS&A.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTafe.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between, manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community-focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY. We're your local.
2AY.
On 1494 2AY and 1566 3&E, SS&A, Ovens and Murray action. Elimination final between the Myrtleford Alpine Saints and the Wangaratta Rovers, and we have a genuine shootout. 11 goals in that opening quarter, and the Rovers with a 5-point lead. 38 plays 33. Brad Freak, who were some of the standouts in that opening quarter on the 40-wing stat sheet?
Yeah, Sam Murray for the Rovers would have to be one. He had 9 disposals in that first quarter. Dylan Stone as well, he had 7 himself. And for the Myrtleford side of things, Sam Martin had 7. He was the one that was getting done. The one standout stat on the 40-wing stat sheet was the inside 50s. 17 inside 50s to 12 in favour of Myrtleford, but obviously the Rovers have the lead at quarter time here as well. So outstanding quarter of football. If we have a quick look at the goal kickers in that first quarter, for the Rovers, 3 to Alex Markaloo, 2 to Tom Boyd, 1 to Jaden Bear, and all singles on the Saints side of things to Riley Sharp, Malachi Owers, Waite, Warnock, and Capillari as well. Outstanding quarter of footy here at the sports ground, Lukey.
Certainly is, Freaky. Yeah, we're just waiting for the Rovers huddle to break up at the moment. We'll cross down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel and see what Chris O could pick up for us. Down to you, Chris. How'd you go, mate?
Yeah, Chris is just, he had 2 chats to his players. So usually they break within their little midfield and defensive and forward groups at the start. He brought them straight in and was not really happy at all. Said they're kicking it straight down their throats and letting them down at the crucial contest. He was happy with the forward line and the pressure they're putting on as well. Jake Sharp, we know he talks so quietly at quarter time and doesn't let you hear very much what he's saying. But I did hear tighten up at the contest strong as well. But he's really happy with their forward pressure as well.
If we go around the grounds for Mr. Stove's Pool World, in the big game out at Sandy Creek at the moment, late in the first quarter, the Kiwa Sandy Creek has come back. It's 3-3-21 to 2-3-15 Deterang.
And repeating the Ray White Rural Netball A-grade score as well. Wangaratta 39 goals, defeating the Albury Tigers 36 goals. So the Wang Maggies will play the Lavington Panthers next week. Yarrawonga will play Cora Rutherglen in the A-grade netball. That was a great finish and brilliantly delivered by Reed Delahanty and Tam Matthews on 2AY O&M netball. So the last spectators just vacating this wonderful precinct here at the Albury Sports Ground. And if the coaches have a bit of theatre about them, hopefully they don't tighten things up too much in this second quarter, Lukey Francis, because it was an absolute beauty. So the Rovers, 6-2-38, lead the Myrtleford Alpine Saints 5-3-33. We're underway in this second term for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Extracting it from the clearance was Brody Philo. Kicks on the left foot to half forward. Ball bounced on the arc of the 50. Garish grabs it. He was wrapped up by Wicks. Going in there, McCarthy. Extracting it was Garish. They've turned it over, the Rovers. Curtis just forward hand passed it about 30 metres. Likewise did Kurt Aylett. Murray wraps up Liam Burney, picks him up and lifts him over the boundary line. And he had a little chuckle to himself as well.
It's great to watch. Nearly threw him into me, boys, but he could have dumped him, but he just carried him off like a gentleman.
And then they just high-fived each other. Great stuff. The Rovers by 5 points.
Yeah, thought he was going to sit him in a fold-up chair there for a minute. That's what it looked like. High ball. Carpenter came in hard on Wicks. Gee, interesting. And then Garish, he's been good. Starting this game, a long ball goes forward, bounces in front of Boyd. Now he's after
it. Slide hold.
So he will get it. So there you go. He's so dangerous down forward. I think this is where you got to have him. He's just a big moving target down there as we go back down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
I didn't see the hold. Obviously, Panda did pretty quickly, but he could have nearly marked it, but just held off a little bit. Great work up the ground by Garish. He's been electric so far.
I mean, there wasn't much in it. It was just the slightest of holds, but for being technical, it was there.
Yep, so Boyd about to have a shot on the sticks here to the Smollett Street end. Look, now he's shooting at his 3rd goal. Boyd, early in the second term in a high-scoring affair here at the Albury Sports Ground this afternoon, and he's got it. So he gets a hat-trick. Mark Clue also with 3. My goodness, this is just so good to watch. Freaky, as we go to you on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, just want to touch on Jack Garish. He's had the 6 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet to start off this game. He's worked there on the wing there to get the repeat contest there to be able to get the ball back in for the Rovers was really outstanding. His leg speed we've seen at times, breaking on the far side, has been outstanding for the Rovers.
And let's not forget, boys, it all started with Brody Philo. We know how good of an extractor from the midfield he's been. Absolute clearance beast.
Alrighty, so 44 plays 33 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. The Rovers lead. Martin just bulls his way through the contest. On to Dussin on that right boot. Well done by Will Nolan in defence for the Rovers. Just edged Malachi was under the footy. They love him down there at the WJ Finlay. He intercepts, but his kick wasn't great. Asked a lot of Garish, who had to come from behind from Booker and then able to speed away from the contest. Look at that bit of candy from Jack Garish. He took 2 bounces. He's breaking this game open at the minute. Hand pass it to Williamson. He's going to get it back. Garish pops one over to McCarthy. The Rovers are in the middle of the Albury Sports Ground. McCarthy, hand pass it to Stone. Left foot kick into a bit of space. And Huey Wales takes a nice defensive mark for the Saints, and they've switched it on the far side.
Aylett's got it, and he's got some time to sum up the situation. He wants to put it out in front of Riccardi. Philo in pursuit of him. Philo got rid of Riccardi, picks up the ball, well done, and then puts it on the boot and sends it down the line in front of Amory. Ball out of bounds, and we will have a boundary thrown as we go to Brad Freak for 40 winks.
Yeah, Jack Garish up to 4 disposals already in this second quarter. They only played 3 minutes and 30 seconds. He's everywhere and dominating for the Rovers.
Ball left of centre wing on the clubhouse side. Handy crowd in on Father's Day. Here we go, Toby Murray, Callum Chris, ball in front, right foot, rush forward by the Rovers, Boyd over the top, couldn't quite take it, ball went to the deck, and then a good contest, and it's going to be wrapped up, and the umpire...
Going to be a free kick, I reckon, to the Rovers, a high tackle.
Yep. So they will get it back, and the ball with McCarthy.
No, is he going to throw it up? I don't know what he's doing.
No, it's a high free kick.
Yep.
McCarthy's got it, so Alex will... He's going to come across.
Oh, that's poor checking.
Yeah, so Lucas Webb now with the footy at the Smollett Street end. So the man on the mark will be about, 42 out, Panda?
Yeah, 42, 43 metres. I reckon he's got the journey, Lucas Webb. He's a lovely kick of the footy, so this would be a great team lifting goal for the Rovers.
Yeah, he can latch onto them. So the Wang Rovers looking at their 8th goal. 44 plays 33 at the moment on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. And he's got it, Lucas. That is a beautiful shot on goal. And they get another as we go back down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Goal umpire didn't even move. A great start here to the second quarter from the Rovers. Just etching away a little bit from the Saints, who need to win this next midfield battle.
Started slow, Lucas Webb. Only 3 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet, but that goal there hopefully getting going in the midfield for him. He's a really important cog in this Rovers midfield, which is really starting to get on top. Philo was one to really keep an eye on. He's really dominating around the clearances.
Alrighty. So at the sports ground, 8-2-50. The Wangaratta Rovers lead the Myrtleford Alpine Saints 5-3-33. They've kicked the last 3 in this ball game. The Wangaratta Rovers. Bryant from the clearance kicks it out to the far wing. 1-on-1 there between Stone and a Saint. He's given away a free kick. Has Dylan Stone. And it's the way of young Tom Capillari. At half back, far side of the Albury Sports Ground, he's kicked. Asked a lot of Aylett, who just marks it in from the paint. Right in front of the Albury Tigers' home club rooms. Allowed to play on, run about 10 metres and pump it up towards half forward. Warnock got hands to it. Murray at ground level is wrapped up straight away, and the Saints have it at half forward here at the Albury Sports Ground. Blake Pandarescott with you, Luke Francis, Brad Freak and Chris Mitchell for McRae Motors. It's the Rovers by 17 points.
And another contest here wrapped up very quickly. And again, another ball up. So the man in green to call for it. 50 plays 33, the Wang Rovers up. We've almost hit just over the 6-minute mark on the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock. And free kick.
Saints bench not very happy with that one, boys.
You're right about that, Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel. Webb, look at the run from behind. Murray just puts his head down and puts the afterburners on and then puts it on the boot. Wobbly ball towards O'Shea. Dropped it. Carpenter, pressure from the front.
Got him a bit high, yep.
That's 50.
Should be 50.
And the crowd telling the story here at the Albury Sports Ground.
That had to be 50.
We all thought it was.
Riccardi knew that was a free kick. I'm sorry.
Carpenter with the ball. And the umpire wants him perfectly on the mark. He wants that corridor set. No matter what. Elimination final day. As we said, the winner to stay alive.
Good kick.
Look at that.
They could have raffled it off.
Nice into Wilson. So Dylan's got it. And the loser, well, they'll be heading to the cricket nets.
It's poor marking, Lukey. Sorry to cut you off there from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They had so much time to be able to set up and flood back, and Wilson just led into a channel, and it was a great kick from Carpenter.
So let's see what Dylan can do. As he comes in, puts it on the boot. That one's left, is it? Yep, fading away for one behind. As we go back to Brad Freak on the 40-wing stat sheet. Freaky, how those inside 50s looking now this term?
Yeah, right on top the Rovers are. 5-1 in this second quarter. Also 2 clearances to none in this second quarter as well. All the team stats indicate that Rovers are right on top of this game. They've been able to put that scoreboard pressure on as well.
Chriso, who was that from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints bench who came off looking pretty sore?
Brady Sharp. He's got his left knee heavily strapped, but he's taking his boot off, which makes me think it's an ankle, boys. I'll keep you updated.
Alrighty, Chris Mitchell. Wonderful work for the Newmarket Hotel. So the Saints trail by 18 points, 51. Oh, Murray, wow! What a jump that was from Sam Murray. He's sitting the sports ground alight, him and Jack Garish here at the minute. Stone has to run back about 30 metres on the broadcast wing. His kick-in board finds Jolliffe in the middle of the ground onto Stone, and he pumps it out to a searching lead. Ball bounces in front of Boyd. Inside 50, the Rovers. He applies a tackle on Bear. Capillari was grabbed without of it, and he wins the free kick. Tom Capillari, the young fella at half-back, far side of the Albury Sports Ground. 51 plays 33, an 18-point lead to the Rovers. We've played 8 and a bit on the Albury GJ Gardner-Homes time clock.
Riccardi, it's picked off by Jaden Bear. Bear runs onto it. Has he got any support? Left foot inboard. Oh, nice. Good footy from Jaden Bear. He's found Alex Marklew. He's going to be shooting for a quartet in the second term at about the 10-minute mark. Let's go down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
Yeah, great work by Bear. He had Hugh Wales right in his pocket there. He could have blazed away and had a shot, but found Marklew. He took 2 bites of the cherry, but he's going to go back for number 4.
Yeah, the Saints trying for the switch, but there was a Bear in there. Marklew, here we go.
You love that one, Lukey.
Alex, has he got 4? He's got 4, all right. That's a beauty. Marklew with his 4th goal here as we almost reach the 10-minute mark on the Albury GJ Gardner-Homes time clock. The CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard now reads 57-33. Here's Brad Freak for 40 Winks.
Just a lot more composure going forward for the Wangaratta Rovers. 10 marks inside 50 to 4 for this game in favour of the Rovers on the 40 Winks stat sheet. They're starting to get right on top of the inside 50s in this second quarter as well. 6-1 in favour of Wangaratta.
All right, Chris, so if you're Myrtleford Alpine Saints bench and coaching staff, you're resetting here. What are you doing to get back into this contest?
Well, they're putting Wicks on Marklew. I think that's probably a good match-up, even with Brady Sharp, just getting that ankle re-strapped again. So he'll be back on in a minute, but need to win the clearances, don't they?
They do, and they've won one here, so they trail by 24 points. Sam Martin, beautiful kick in the hole, and Deegan Dolney comes up and meets it at half forward. He's too far out to score, just inside the centre square, kicks it into the space. Great contest there between McCade and Riley Sharp. Ball at ground level. McCade wins it. Not sure he got a hand pass. He got a free kick in the back.
Jeez, I don't know about that one, boys.
Yeah,
it was a good tackle.
Not sure about it as well, but he won the footy. He was first to it. And McQuaid hands it off to Webb in his own D50. Kicks it down the wing right in front of us. Chriso, you can throw that footy back in if you like.
No, the young fella on the boundary is doing a great job, Panda.
So 57 plays, 33. The last 4 goals of this game to the way of the Wangaratta Rovers in this elimination final. Here's Lukey Francis for McRae Motors.
Second term brought to you by Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Kick down the line. And nice from Dylan Wilson. Takes the ball on the chest and then wants to chip it up in front of Marklew. One out. Has a bite at it off his chest. Sam Martin gets it out to the advantage. It does, and it's going to beat him though. And that has gone out of bounds. So left to centre wing on the broadcast side on a beautiful day here in Albury Town. So just waiting for this boundary umpire to hurl the ball back into play. Freaky, what's the standout stat of the second term on the 40 Wing stat sheet?
The disparity in inside 50s, Luke, 7-2 in favour of Wangaratta Rovers is the standout in the second term.
Ball's going to be locked up. And again, we'll have another stoppage as we go to Blake Escott for McRae Motors.
Do or die elimination final. Ball inside the attacking 50 for the Rovers. They've owned this second quarter. Crisp just extracts it and sends a torpedo punt down the line. Murray owning this ball game. Beautiful attacking kick. 15 metres into the centre square, and it's marked by Raven Jolliffe, probably leading the Rovers best and fairest. Beautiful kick out wide. Dylan Wilson's allowed to mark it just inside the 50. Pretty tight angle in front of the old grandstand. The away change rooms here at the sports ground. Chriso, looks like, well, look at this. Sam Murray is running around for the hand pass. So Wilson did ignore Sam Murray. He'll kick it from 51, 52 metres. I tell you what, it's swinging back from Wilson. He's celebrating a goal, but the umpire's given it a point.
It looked like a goal, didn't it, boys?
Oh, wow.
Wowee, big
Bring
call.
the arc out if you don't mind. 58. The Rovers, 33 the Saints here in this second quarter. There's a whistle on the far wing, Lukey Francis.
There is. So McQuaid got it on the boot and sent it down the line. It's coming back, and it's going to the Saints.
If you want to be consistent too, boys, 50, because he kicked it away after the free kick was paid.
Yeah. So a bit of confusion there. Riley Sharps ended up with the ball left to centre wing on the clubhouse side, and he hits Del Bosco, true centre wing. McCarthy coming back onto the ground.
Love a look at that goal. Well, that point.
Yeah, well, Panda, I was with you. It looked like a goal from our vantage point, didn't it?
I thought it was as well.
Gee, I tell you what, he got onto it, didn't he? Did Dylan Wilson. Low ball, not good enough. On the outer side, that's bad footy. Now the Saints go. Del Bosco, high ball. Look at that one, sending in an entry. And then bounces. Players go in. Here's that man again. Sam Murray, how many now? Freaky on the 40 winks.
12 disposals for Murray.
Going at about 80%, I reckon, as well. Short one finds Dylan Wilson. Right on centre wing. Interchange side. Gerrish dropped that. Worried out of it by Dolney. Dolney's now over the footy. Gerrish applying a tackle. He might be in trouble here, young Dolney. He is caught holding the ball. And Jack Gerrish is the recipient of a free kick here. Plays on straight away. Bit of a mongrel looking one out the back. Curtis, did he get a push from Carpenter? Carpenter runs onto it. Kicks a little one inside forward 50. Down here under a lot of pressure, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints defence. The hack kick comes out and Daniel Roach marks it deep in his own defensive pocket. 9-4-58 the Rovers. The Saints 5-3-33. The Rovers were the only 4 in this second quarter. We've played 14 minutes.
Great to watch. Super contest between the Saints and the Rovers this afternoon at the Albury Sports Ground. Look at them tearing in. Oh, this is just ramped up. Finals footy. Great stuff in the O&M, and the umpire's going to call for it.
I think the Alpine Saints staff and bench think they're getting the rough end of the stick with the umpiring.
Yeah, they're getting quite vocal down there. Gerrish, right foot hurry kick, rolling ball. Who's going to get on the end of this one? Capillari, and then tries to weave through, short hand pass, and got it out to Charlie Cripps, sends it forward towards the goal square. They just rush it out, the Saints. Mark Clue, he's in hot pursuit of the ball, turns around one way, back the other, inboard, nice. Finding Carpenter, and that was good. Just kept his head. Let's go down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
Went all of about 3 metres, that one, boys, but he's paid a mark. So, we're going to go back for a shot at goal here, Carpenter, but they're really putting the foot on the throat, the Rovers, at the moment. If the Saints aren't careful, this game will be gone too far.
10 inside 50s to 3 in this second quarter, just to emphasise Chriso's point there, just right on top, Wangaratta are.
They are. They've got momentum. Here goes Carpenter, and he sends it towards a Smollett Street end, and it's hit the upright, straight into the woodwork for one behind. 59 plays 33 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Second term brought to you by Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Here's Blake Escott from McRae Motors.
You need a goal, the Saints, just to wrestle back a bit of momentum in this elimination final. Curtis's kick to Crisp. That's got to be a free kick against Murray. Unrealistic attempt, and it is. So Crisp, this is Callum, has it on half back. Broadcast side, kicks it short into Sharp. Well done, fist from behind from Nolan. Ball at ground level, still at half forward for the Rovers. And we've got another stoppage and ball up. 55 from the Rovers goal. 59 plays 33. A 26-point margin here in this second quarter for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Over halfway, ball spills out to Capillari, who picks it up, and the Saints hack it forward. Sharp marks, hand passes to Booker, who wasn't watching, has to just let the ball bounce, and then he's caught holding the ball by McQuaid. Wonderful tackle by Jace McQuaid. Gerrish plays on with the advantage, hand pass it to Murray, and the Rovers are away.
Certainly are. Yeah, Booker was asleep out here on the wing, and he knew it too. Wicks, he put his head down after he lost it. Just let his team down momentarily. And then Wicks off the side of the boot. No good at all. Bounces in front of Booker. And out of bounds, do we go back down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket?
Yeah, just struggling a little bit with the pressure. They just need to keep their heads high. The thing, Rovers haven't put them away, so Saints are still in this one.
Simon Curtis only with the one disposal in this second quarter. Really need to get his influence on the game for Myrtleford.
Boundary throw in just in front of our broadcast position. Got a great view of this one. Look at them going in. There's Toby Murray brought to ground in a tackle from Callum Crisp. And again, we'll have another stoppage. So we're working up towards the 17.5 minute mark now on the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock. Contest, Martin Gerish, Del Bosco. Here's Lucas Webb, picks it up. Tried to keep it in. Ryan Stone gets brought to ground. And again, we'll have another stop in play.
Boys, I'm in the middle of these two benches. They're very vocal, so might have to play Peacemaker in a minute.
I like it. There's a lot on the line, Chriso. It's an elimination final. Both sides haven't won one for a while. Well, Myrtleford did win one in 2019, but the Rovers are surging forward. Philo had to get rid of it pretty quickly. Good tackle from behind by Capillari. There's a free kick. It's going to go the way of Maraca at half-back. Hand pass it to Aylett, streaming down the wing, kicking inboard. Warnock coming out and meeting it. Jolliffe coming across with a fist. There's a free kick to Warnock. Booker's played on with the advantage. Surely a goal here for the Rovers. Martin onto Owers. They get one. For the Saints, I should say. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints get a very important reply here in this second quarter. Owers has got 2 goals. And, well, they wrestle back just a little bit of momentum. Surge footy, Chriso, boundary side for the Newey.
They just can't get it down there, and obviously they look dangerous when they do, but Warnock hasn't had too much delivery. That was a really good kick in. Obviously, he was double-teamed as well, but the Saints were good enough to play on, and Owers ran in for an open goal. But they just need to get it down there a bit more at the moment.
Only 4 inside 50s on the 40-wing stat sheet in the second quarter compared to 10. Chriso's right on the money there. They just haven't had enough of the forward thrust in this term.
Wang Rovers with a 20-point lead on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. 59 plays, 39. Second term. And again,
free kick in the back. Right in the middle of the ground.
Certainly is. So the Saints to get the ball here through Riley Sharp. And what will he do? It looks like he's going to load up. And he puts a high ball inside 50. They get another entry. Defensive fifth. McQuaid was he held on to.
Yep.
Yeah, right call, I think. You agree with that, Chris Mitchell, for the Newmarket?
Yeah, no, definitely held his jumper.
Jolliffe, just got out of trouble, weaving through. And a looping hand pass over the top to Murray. Got to put the foot down. Wheels around, left foot, driving ball, low one. And then, well, wasn't good enough in the end. Stone, nice to Gerish, and they get out here, the Rovers.
Yeah, he's going to kick it into a fair bit of space. Boyd on the searching lead. He did all the hard work except take the mark. He gets a quick hack kick forward, and there's a foot race down there between Capillari and Bear. And it's over the boundary line, 5 metres out from the Wangaratta Rovers goal. 9-5-59 leads the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 6-3-39. Chriso quickly. Looks like Brady Sharp's been moved forward.
Yeah, I don't mind it actually, guys. But great defensive work there by Riley O'Shea just to get a fingertip in there to spoil Boyd's mark.
Freaky quickly around the grounds for Mr. Stokes Poolwell.
Just chasing up the scores of the Tallangatta League at the moment. I'll get back to you in a minute, Panda.
And then a ball out here, Michael Clark in pursuit of it with Nick Warnock. A contest between them. Clark just trying to keep the ball in front of him. Warnock got a hand to it. Nolan did well, chipped in and got it to Dylan Wilson. And then he puts it on the boot. A hurried kick out wide.
Good mark.
To Raven Jolliffe. It was a beauty. And isn't the heat on now? Goodness. Finals intensity. Panda, this is brilliant. We'll go to you for McRae Motors.
Yeah, this is great stuff. Do or die. No tomorrow for it. One of these sides. 20-point margin to the way of the Rovers. Great dukes out there on that far wing by Riley Sharp. Not sure he actually played on. He was called to play on. I had to get rid of it pretty quickly. Interesting stuff there by the umpire, and it's gone out of bounds for a throw-in. Right in front of the Albury Tigers club rooms. Brad Freak.
Around the grounds for Mr. Stokes Poolwell. The game out at Sandy Creek at the moment. Kiwa 5-4-34 lead. Dedarang 3-8-26.
All right, of course, Hume League action between Gindra and Randwild Bunbury as well out at Howlong. We'll chase a score there. 59 plays 39 here. The Rovers lead in this second quarter. Great mark, backing back with the flight. Young Amory takes it for the Rovers. Just inside forward 50. Tight angle, 45 out. He pumps it to the hot spot. Boyd's going to fly. Crashes the pack. At ground level, Stone fires a hand pass into Cam Chamberlain. And he bangs it home for the Wangaratta Rovers. What about that contest from Tom Boyd on to Chamberlain, and he puts through a Sunjan goal today. 65 plays 39, boundary side Chris Mitchell for the Newie.
Yeah, great finish by Chamberlain. Showed great composure there to kick truly for the Rovers. That's their 10th goal. But Boyd is just crushing packs at the moment, isn't he? Brody Riccardi was right on the bottom of that one. He would have felt all the force.
Jack Garish out on this wing on the 40-wing stat sheet is absolutely lighting it up in this second term. He's had 9 disposals. His leg speed and his ability to break the game is really, really worrying Myrtleford at the moment.
Yes, so the Rovers have put the foot down. They have extended their lead against the Saints, and we've got someone coming to the bench. It looks like Maraka. We'll go down to you, Chris Mitchell, for the Newmarket.
Yeah, young Maraka come off just limping a little bit, holding his left thigh, so maybe a corky, boys. I'll keep you updated.
Rolling ball inside 50. Mark Clue came flying out, and then Del Bosco. Mitch goes in for it, picks it up, and gives it off to Wales, and they send it out towards the wing. Rolling ball. It's gone out of bounds in front of Tom Capillari. And we will have a ball in as we go back down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
Yeah, just getting a bit of deep heat on that left thigh. I think he'll be out there again shortly, boys.
Sam Murray's numbers freaky on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Sam Murray, he's up to 14 disposals in this game. He's been electric. Him and Garish are the two that are lighting it up on the back half and on the wing for the Rovers.
I reckon you can give a couple of extra possessions to Sam Murray for his run and dash before kicking the ball. They're extra disposals. He's so important. Philo able to squeeze a kick out forward. Marklew extends the Dukes, and he's taken it 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Absolutely dominating the inside 50s as well in this term, the Rovers, on the 40-wing stat sheet. Up to 14 in favour of them. Had 7 marks inside 50 to the 1 compared to Myrtleford. It just shows the dominance that they've been able to have in this second term.
He's definitely got the leg here, Chriso.
Yeah, he was going for his 5th, boys, but not much Wicks could do in that situation. The vertical leap from Marklew was outstanding.
Took it at its highest point. So Al Marklew will kick from 51 metres on a pretty tight angle. He's already got 4. It's not bad off the boot. It spills out the back. And Dussin just safely rushes it over the line for a point. So 66 plays 39. 24 gone in this second quarter for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. The Rovers lead by 27 points.
Curtis out from full back, looking for Kurt Ale and gets him. Good kick. Nice footy. Sudden death. The winner to live on. The loser gone for season 2022. Riccardi. And then a handball across deep half back, and they send it out wide near the clubhouse side. Owers did well, and then got the hand pass out. Coming in Wales, met it nicely. And then the ball was just handballed out onto the advantage of Byrne. He's caught in a tackle, brought to ground. The umpire said, "You're gone."
Ripper tackle. Didn't have much prior opportunity, but the Rovers' tackling's been first class today.
There was Dylan Stone. He played on really quickly. Sent one 20 metres forward to Marklew, who's lining it up in this second quarter. Look at the delivery. Lucas Webb down low. Takes it right up against the boundary line. 45 metres out, but he's a left footer, Chriso.
Yeah, they just need to be tighter here, don't they, the Saints? And the Rovers have been able to find space when they mark it in the 50 or on the edge as well. So, need to tighten the screws, the Saints defenders.
Brody Philo's numbers, please, Bradfree.
I haven't been following him today. I wish I did at the start now.
He's been good without being great. That's scary. So Lucas Webb shows a bit of candy on the mark, plays on, sends it goalward. It doesn't get there. At ground level, Roach is wrestled straight away and taken to the ground. And we've got a ball up inside the goal square for the Wangaratta Rovers. 66 plays 39 here on O&M Live. 1494 201 1566 3&E.
A lot of Saints and Rovers around this ball. And there is half-time at the Albury Sports Ground in the elimination final between the Wangaratta Rovers and the Myrtleford Saints. And at the long break, it is the Wang Rovers with a handy lead. They lead 10-6-66 to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints 6-3-39. Chris Mitchell, Brad Freak, Blake Escott and Luke Francis with you. We'll get to a break on O&M Live. And remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport, and one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SS&A.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Did someone say KFC? I don't care.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury-Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SS&A.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTafe. From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between, manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY. We're your local.
On 2AY. Welcome back to the Elders Rural halftime break. This is the Albury Sports Ground, and what a cracker elimination final it is between the Wangaratta Rovers and the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. It is the Rovers kicking away at the moment by 27 points. Joining me in the studio is Brad Sprinkles. Freaky, how did you see the second quarter?
Rovers right on top in that second quarter there, and led really strongly by Jack Gerish out on this wing, close to our broadcast side. He had 9 disposals in our 40-wing stat sheet. We'll give a full wrap of that soon, but his leg speed and Sam Murray's as well, it's really damaging. It's really worrying the Alpine Saints. Obviously, the sports ground being that slightly smaller ground going from A to B straight up the guts. Just their leg speed to be able to break lines, carry the ball and kick the ball 40, 50 metres. They're really taking up 80 to 90 metres by the time their legs run out their full distance and then get that full kick on. It's just really damaging and it's really worrying. And Tom Boyd in the forward half has been, and him and Mark Lou, I should say, been a really good presence for them up there, and they're gobbling up everything that's coming their way.
They certainly are. It's a very hot footy down there down on the boundary, and both sides are throwing everything they can. The kitchen sink at this one. Obviously, no second chance for the loser. They are out of an early pre-season. The winner will take on Albury next week in the semi-finals. Obviously, Albury beaten yesterday by the Yarrawonga Pigeons, who will now face Wangaratta for a shot in the grand final. Obviously, Albury led by 5 points at quarter time, Freaky, and the margin is 27 at half-time. What do you see as the difference? The Myrtleford midfield just lacked a little bit, let the first 4 goals of that quarter in, and the margin blew out.
Yeah, I just think around especially in the clearances, I think the work of Philo and the other boys in there, Weber got going in that second quarter as well, really just got on top, and they just gave themselves first use and got it in there quickly. Obviously, the inside 50s on the 40-wing stat sheet really tell that tale. It was 15 to Rovers to 6 for Myrtleford in that second quarter alone. So the ball just constantly stayed in their half of the footy, and because the Rovers have got probably a little bit more leg speed, when the Saints try and transition the ball to the open side, Rovers can cover it a little bit quicker than them, and a lot of the time they've been kicking it long down the line, which the Rovers have set up beautifully behind the ball, and it's flying up and bringing it to ground and using the leg speed. And when they go inside forward 50, they're just lowering their eyes a little bit more. 8 marks inside forward 50 alone in that second term to 1. It just shows that they're a little bit more composed as well when they are going forward, not rushed, where the Saints, on the other hand, are just being a little bit more rushed when they're going forward. So it's a lot of things that the Jake Sharp and Dawson Simpson, the coaches, are going to have to look at half-time. Obviously, as you touched on, Chris, there's still plenty of time left in this game. And obviously, we saw last night in the AFL with Freo coming back, but just at this point in time, the league speed of the Rovers is going to really worry him, and I think as the game goes on, I think it's going to be a trend that the Saints are going to struggle to stop. Yeah, I think you're spot on, Freaky, and it's a really warm day out there, obviously. Very sunny day, beautiful deck, so it's a really fast deck as well, and it's suiting the Rovers at the moment, but their work at ground level and below their knees is outstanding. They're getting a couple of players to each contest. I think we saw last week for Myrtleford against Cora that those 25-metre passes really worked really well, besides the 45 and kicking to a contest. I think when the Saints do get their opportunities, probably need to keep the ball off the Rovers a little bit more. Yeah, absolutely. And as we touched on in the pre-game as well, the young blokes like Booker and Owers and these type of players who have actually played good games, they just probably aren't at the level at the moment as they were last week against Cora and really dominated the game. Obviously, Owers kicked a couple of goals in that first half and got on the end of a few things. And Booker has been dangerous at times, but I think their run has really been nullified because they've got players like Murray and Garish on them that can match their leg speed, so they can't break away from the contest like they were able to last week against Corowa. So I think there's areas of the game where Myrtleford can really come back into. One person, in my opinion, that really needs to get busy, and I know they moved in the midfield last week, is Simon Curtis. Has to play in the midfield in the second half. 2 disposals in the second term. He's probably their most important player, and we were at the John Ford Oval last week, Chris, so his move into the midfield really turned that game in Myrtleford's favour. I'm just not sure halfback he's best used today. They're taking him away from the ball, and that is really damaging to Myrtleford's defensive rebound, isn't it? And they've got no rebound from defensive 50, and that's what he provides. But his ball use is really good. There was a great article in the Border Mail this week about his body is back to its best, and his kicking penetration is getting back as well. So, he's a great long kick. He never misses a target, I think Jake Sharp said in the paper as well. So we'd love to see the Saints get the ball in his hands a little bit more. Yeah, absolutely. And a do-and-die game as well. You've got to throw everything on the line now, especially being down the margin that they are at half-time here. So they're going to have to really try all their options. There's no go plan A, B, C, D, right down to Z if they have to try and get the game on the line, because as we touched on, there's no tomorrow after today if they don't get over the line. So there's plenty of things for them to throw at them in the second half, but the Rovers, they've taken every challenge that they've had so far and been able to kick away, so it's going to be a massive third quarter for mine. The first 15 minutes of the third quarter is really going to decide which direction I think this game's going to go. The Saints have had 5 individual goal kickers for the Rovers. Mark Lou's got 4 on his own. He is threatening to tear this game apart. Obviously, Tom Boyd has 3 as well. He's providing a marking target as well, and he's absolutely crushing the packs when he goes near it. Oh, he's that presence up forward they've been looking for. We touched in the pre-game, where was he going to play? And we all thought the forward line is where he's going to be best suited, and He's played up there and he's been outstanding in the forward half for him. Him and Mark Lua just look so dangerous. Obviously their leg speed as well, the athletic ability from Tom Boyd to be able to fly. We saw the massive pack that he crunched and was able to get out for a goal there in that second quarter as well for the young Chamberlain too. Got on the end of it. So it's just a presence. And when you have big forwards like that, you look around the league and you look at Lee Williams and Jacob Conlon, you've got a big presence up forward there. The little guys get the rewards. And obviously Mark Lua today is one that's really getting the awards because he's been able to get out the back or off to the side a little bit and not have as much attention. And that's where the midfield use for Rovers has been really impressive in this first half, to lower their eyes and find the open person rather than just be so fixed on what Tom Boyd's doing. And that's what the Myrtleford defenders are doing. They're going to Boyd and leaving open spaces for other players to run into.
All right, you've been very busy on our 40 Winks stat sheet, Sprinkles. Can you tell us a bit of an overall cap of the first and second quarters?
Yeah, in the first half so far, as we touched on, the inside 50s in that second quarter were well in favour of the Rovers, but at halftime they're only in front by 4 inside 50, so it's 27-23, but that second quarter was really lopsided. One area of the game they really are on top of the Rovers, marks inside 50, 14 marks inside forward 50 to 1 for Myrtleford. So just emphasising they're lowering their eyes and having a look to find them open players. If we have a look at the player stats, Sam Murray had 14, which leads our stat sheet for the first half. And Jack Gerrish as well, as we touched on, was electric on this wing. He's taken numerous bounces, taking the game on. He has 13 to half-time and 10 to Dylan Stone as well. If we have a look at the Myrtleford Saints, 10 to Sam Martin and 7 to Kurt Aylett, 7 to Mitch Del Bosco and 7 to Simon Curtis as well. They're three players, especially for the Saints, they really want to get busy, especially in this third quarter. They're prime ball winners to really get them back into this game and get some momentum going their way.
Really need to get their hands on the footy. It's a 27-point lead for the Rovers during this Elders Rural halftime break. Obviously, all to play for in the Ovens and Murray today. Not a bad crowd too, Freaky. Great to see country footy finals back for the first time since 2019.
Yeah, and the weather as well has absolutely turned it on. We were obviously out at Sandy Creek yesterday, and they apparently had a massive crowd out there yesterday. Over 4,500 people came through the gate at Sandy Creek yesterday, so outstanding work there. And obviously today there'd be 1,500 or so, I reckon, through the gates today at least, Chris. So there's people everywhere. Obviously helps Myrtleford having the B grade in the netball, which would have just finished as well. So people everywhere from all these small rural communities, as you touched on, been starved of finals footy for a long time now, and being able to get such a great day for the first weekend of finals footy as well. So, and just in some of those other finals footies, if we go around the grounds for Mr. Stove's Pool World and the Hume League at the moment, Randwall Bundry up by 12 points against Gindra, 46-34. And in the Slangata League game out at Sandy Creek, Kiwa 41 leading Dedarang 27.
Now, very comprehensive Sprinkles. Are we talking AFL, or are we just going to concentrate on country footy today?
We'll talk about it next week, I reckon.
Speaking from a true Collingwood supporter today, it was a big game, that one. Big game here at the Albury Sports Ground as well, between the Myrtleford Alpine Saints and the Wang Rovers. The winner will face Albury next week in the semi-finals. That's another cutthroat final. Albury didn't get the chocolates against the Yarra Pigeons yesterday in what's one of the biggest rivalries in country footy, Freaky.
Yeah, absolutely. Just wrote into more of that rivalry that those two clubs have had over the long time. Obviously, we know the grand final history as well, but yeah, another chapter. They could play each other again in a couple of weeks, Chris, so to add some more to that chapter.
All right, both sides are back out on the ground doing a bit of a warm-up. This is the Elders Rural Halftime Show. You're listening to O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SS&A.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Did someone say KFC? I don't care! I love it!
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury-Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SS&A.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with Go TAFE.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between. Manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY. We're your local.
Listening to O&M Live on 2AY.
Elimination final day on Sunday, the 4th of September, about to go in the third term for Agboss as the ball is put aloft and comes down, and Toby Murray puts it on the boot and gets a high kick up towards the half-forward flank for the Rovers. Carpenter turns around, sends it forward, high ball. They get an attacking entry. Ball goes to the deck. Marklew off the ground, rolling ball out of bounds, and it has found the chalk towards the Hume Street end on the clubhouse side as we go back down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel.
Doesn't look like too many injury concerns for the Rovers, but young Maraka's not moving too well with that left thigh strap, so we'll just keep an eye on him. That would restrict their rotations if he's down.
He's been pretty good in the clearances as well, has young Joshy Maraka. We're going to have another restart inside the forward 50 for the Wangaratta Rovers, who lead this ball game 66-39 in this third quarter for Agboss. Only opening minutes. There's a high free kick here. Yep, there's one. And it's going to go the way of the Wangaratta Rovers. And it looks like it's Toddy Bryant who caught one high in that contest. And he's going to line up, you'd say, 25 metres out, Chris O, on a pretty tight angle.
Yeah, very tight angle. You just sense he might run around. But Toddy Bryant doesn't kick too many goals. He would bring the house down if he gets the Rovers 11th for the day.
Looks like he's going to go the traditional. And this to make it pretty hard going for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. He's kicked it. Toddy Bryant's kicked the opening goal in this third quarter. We've only gone 90 seconds. 72 plays 39. That's on the Peterborough home scoreboard. All of a sudden, it's a 33-point margin, Brad Freak, on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, right on top here, the Rovers. Obviously, the first one centre bounce, one centre clearance, one side 50 for one goal for the Rovers already. They're just really on top of them at the moment. Just that relentless pressure going forward. Obviously, they had the 15 inside 50s in that second quarter to 6. Just dominating them all over the ground at the moment, and that theme has continued in this third quarter.
Yeah, so can the Saints pick themselves back up off the canvas? Can they climb their way back into this contest? Because at the moment, they're looking down the barrel. The Rovers might just continue on their winning way.
And I think we've got what we wanted, Freaky. Simon Curtis into the guts.
Callum Crisp and Booker. And then coming through Webb, picks it up off the turf. Got tackled quickly. Curtis gets it up to Del Bosco. Amory's got him. And he's gone. Good pressure. So Amory with the ball for the Rovers. He's about to thump it in. Chipping ball looking for Boyd. Hands nice. And it was wrecked by Charlie Crisp. Got his hands to it. And the ball again out of bounds in the forward pocket at the Hume Street and Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
They're going to Boyd a lot, aren't they, guys? He's the focal point at the moment. Crisp looked like he was standing off a little bit, but was good enough to get a fist into that one.
It was a great defensive fist because it was straight down Boyd's throat. Great kick from Amory, who started well in this third quarter. So toss back into play. Crisp, beautiful palm down to Curtis. Picks it up, shovels it sideways to Wales. His hand pass hit the deck. Roach was just pushed off it by Bear. McCarthy went in and win it for the Rovers, and Philo sends it back into attack. Over the head there of Mark Lou. Brady Sharp dropped it. Mark Lou's dangerous. He wants to soccer it off the ground. Martin, he left it behind. It was picked up and kicked out on the full by Brady Sharp. And it's a free kick here to the Wangaratta Rovers, and it's going to go the way of Dylan Stone. Tight up in the pocket, right in front of the old scoreboard here. Noriel Park end of the sports ground. So Dylan Stone, he'll go the Boonanana. Kicks it, and he has put it across the face of goal. He went the early crow.
Loved it, didn't he?
Did Dylan Stone, but the Rovers... It's at their end in this third quarter. They've kicked 1-1. It's across the face. 11-7-73. Plays the Myrtleford Alpine Saints 6-3-39. That's on the Peterborough home scoreboard. We've gone 4 minutes in this third quarter for Agboss.
Yeah, Dylan Stone celebrating like he'd won a car. It didn't convince the umpire. Ball long out of defence and out of bounds. On the clubhouse side, right of centre wing.
You can convince the arc, though, Lukey, if depending on what sort of facial expression.
Lynch didn't do a good enough celebration, did he, boys?
No.
Well, that's what we found out Thursday night. Absolutely remarkable. So ball back into play. Philo just hacks it onto the left boot. McCarthy comes out, keeps control of the ball, did well. Now he's got to deliver.
Wow.
Short ball out in front of Mark Lou. And, well, this guy, what a footballer. But great work from McCarthy as we go back down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
Yeah, he called it beautifully, Luke. He just gave him the space to lead into. Really tight kick here for goal, but he's lining up for number 5. You wouldn't put it out of him. He's a freak of nature, Mark Lou.
Yeah, geez. Just a wonderful talent. And he's having a shot hard up against the boundary line from about 45 out. Let's see what he can do at the Hume Street end. Alex strikes that is lovely. That is absolutely brilliant. That is a Sunjan goal of the day. He tells the crowd about it, Alex. And he's got a handful. And the Rovers are on their way. They're going to advance as we go back down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
You're calling it already, Lukey. It's only just after half time. But yeah, it doesn't look not looking good. 40-point deficit for the Saints, but just winning it out of the centre, aren't they? And giving those forwards in Mark Lou and Boyd first opportunity.
Since quarter time, this is right. Wangaratta's been right on top in this game. 19 inside 50s to 6 since quarter time. 9 marks inside forward 50 to 1 for Rovers. Since quarter time, they've really flicked the switch and really got on top of this game and now put them out to a really commanding lead.
7 of the last 8 snags to the way of the Wangaratta Rovers in this elimination final. 79 plays 39. It would take an almighty effort from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints if they can come back in this one. You can't write them off just yet. I reckon one more and it's done. And we've got a secondary ball up right inside the centre circle of the Albury Sports Ground. Still bathed in sunshine on this Father's Day. One rash cloud up above us. Other than that, it is absolutely beautiful. Dustin just hacks it up to half forward. Nolan and Maraka in a one-on-one contest on the arc of the 50. Murray, with so much time and space, sends a surging handball forward to Webb, who left it behind. He got some assistance there from Williamson, who just keeps punching it forward. He extracted it brilliantly. Ball at half forward. Rovers end. Carpenter, fancy little soccer onto Amory. He flicks it over to Dylan Stone. Could have went for goal. Screwed it across to Mark Lou. And he will line up for goal number 6, 30 metres out, directly in front.
Fifth inside 50 already in this third quarter. 2 marks inside forward 50. We just saw then the poise there of Dylan Stone. He had his 12th disposal on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Absolutely unselfish. Could have blazed away. He was only about 30 metres out on a tight angle. But look for Marklew, who's been on fire as well.
So Alex Marklew for goal number 6. He has hooked it. Alrighty. So the Saints still with a sniff in this ball game. They need the next one. They need the next couple pretty quickly. A let off there. 12-8-80 the Wangaratta Rovers. Myrtleford Alpine Saints 6-3-39. We played 7 minutes in this third quarter for Agboss.
Wales went up the ground trying to find Capillari. Ryan Stone, though, got it off to Chamberlain. Low ball inside 50. Brady Sharp takes it for the Saints. And that was a good defensive mark. So they've really got to try and link some good play together here. They need the next goal, the Saints. Tom Capillari. Top of the 50. What didn't come off. Missed his man in Del Bosco. Carpenter goes in. Boyd out on his own. Takes the mark. Bad footy Saints. Good footy Rovers. Boyd to have a shot to the Hume Street and Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
Bad kickings, bad footy. Should not have missed the target from there. But costly turnover. Boyd nearly in front of goals, about 20 metres out.
7 inside 50s to none to start this quarter on the 40-wing stat sheet as well, boys.
There you go. Brad Freak all over it. 7-0 Freaky for 40 wings.
Yeah, right on top since quarter time as we touched on. That's 22-6 since quarter time.
Boyd shooting at his 4th. And Tom has got it. And the Rovers are up and about on a Sunday afternoon at the Albury Sports Ground. They are in super form in September as we go back down to Chris Mitchell for the Newey.
Yeah, the Saints very despondent as you would be on the boundary here. 13-8 to 86, 6-3 to 39. So comprehensive on the scoreboard, but just need to get their hands on the footy. Plenty of time left in this game, but very going to be hard to come back from here.
47-point margin in the elimination final. So it looks as if the Wangaratta Rovers have a date with the Albury Tigers next Sunday at Martin Park in a do-or-die semi-final. It looks that way at this stage. 47 points. The only 3 goals in this third quarter to the way of the Wangaratta Rovers. We're doing it all thanks to Agboss. They need the next one. That's an understatement for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Martin wrapped up in the middle of the ground by Gaston. And we've got another stoppage just to the left of the centre circle here at the Albury Sports Ground. Repeating that the Wangaratta Magpies won the A-grade netball for Ray White Rural over the Albury Tigers. Philo got a little kick away. Amory, his hand pass was smothered, but it's all one-way traffic at the minute. Garish hand pass it on to Bryant. Short kick finds Carpenter tied up against the boundary. 50 out, sends it goal bound. Sharp out the back, got a fist. Marklew is dangerous. Hands it off to Ryan Stone. Stone snaps and has missed it across the face of goal. 87 plays 39. That is on the Peterbone home scoreboard. 10 minutes gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Brad Freak, what do you got for us?
Yeah, 8 inside 50s to none. That's the full story in this third quarter. Right on top there, the Rovers are. They're just getting repeat entries, winning the ball out of the middle, keep moving it forward, and then league speed's really starting to worry the Saints.
Third term brought to you by Agboss. Shea missed his man in Capillari. Rovers have it. Ball out of bounds. Just outside defensive 50, and again, we'll have another throw in. So Carpenter making his way to the bench for McCarthy. Chris Mitchell, as we go to you for the Newmarket.
Yeah, ball just camped in the Rovers forward 50 at the moment. They're getting repeat looks at it, and their pressure is just first class at the moment.
Yeah, certainly are. And Charlie Chris got brought to ground. And how the umpire said holding the ball. There you go. So the Rovers are going to win it again. Brody Philo. Is he going to be given the pill? No, it's coming back.
Ryan Stone.
Yeah, Ryan Stone's got it. And he's going to have a shot from outside 50. Freaky. Now, how's that inside 50 count looking now for 40 wings?
Yeah, 8 to none as we keep touching on. They're just getting so much ball going forward, and it's just really obviously damaging. And now they're really putting it on the scoreboard too.
That's it. So the Rovers looking at their 14th through Ryan Stone. And he winds up and gives it everything he's got right on the goal line. Tap through for 1- score. 88 plays 39 on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard. And the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock has almost gone 12 minutes as we bring in Blake Escott for McRae Motors.
They've got to roll the dice, the Saints. It's as simple as that. Brodie Riccardi from the kick-in. Kings a long one up towards the wing. Ball is spilled out the back. Booker got a hold, I should say. He hand passes, interestingly, quickly onto Curtis, and the Saints are inside forward 50. Sharp up against McQuaid, and the Rovers win out once again defensively. But it's going to come back. The Chewy Wales leads all comers for the Saints on centre wing. Gets it onto his left, kicks it in over the head of Sharp, coming across the Rovers. It was a great fist from Clark. Punches it for safety. And we've got a boundary throw in inside 50 finally for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They trail by 49 points. Freaky, is that their, second inside 50?
Yeah, second inside 50. Only 12 minutes of footy in this third quarter. 8 since quarter time. So they've been dominated by the Rovers in that aspect of the game.
We're expecting a top of 17 degrees today in Albury, and I reckon a few of these players would be starting to feel the pinch. Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
I haven't seen any pickle juice yet, but I don't think it's too far away, Lukey.
Yeah, that is it. Charlie Crisp on to Curtis, and then Riccardi. Did well, spun out of trouble, put it on the right boot, sends it forward. Pack of players, ball out the back, and then Riley Sharp goes in, dropped it. McQuaid had him, and then burning through Dolney, right foot, bouncing ball, and then Jolliffe looked like he wanted the boundary line, kept it in front of him, did so well. And then on to Dylan Stone, a short one to Nolan, and the Rovers are out.
Yeah, look at this. Chamberlain, if the ball sits for him, is in a paddock of space down the far wing. Bounces and kicks a short one, looking for Carpenter. Wasn't able to mark. Roach wins it at half-back for the Saints. Warnock has been put behind the ball. Dangerous kick inboard. Ryan Stone up against Crisp. Roach won it at ground level. Hand pass it to Dustin. He goes out really wide. Not to the advantage of Booker, and it's over the boundary line right in front of the Albury Tigers club rooms. 88 plays 39. It's a 49-point margin, and Chris, you'd have to say at the minute, the Rovers have 1 foot in a semi-final.
Just those clangers at the moment are killing Myrtleford. It was a shootout early. The trouble is Myrtleford's scoring's dried up, and the Rovers have kept going.
Simon Curtis had 4 disposals in this third quarter. We called for it at half-time, and he's had an impact there already. Hope maybe might have been a little bit too late from the Saints to pull that trigger.
Ball on centre wing, clubhouse side, Capillari, high ball, look at that, almost over the silo kick, and then down and comes with Bryant.
What a mark.
So Todd with the ball, and what's he going to do here? The Saints have set up pretty well, and then he drives it to the half-forward flank, and then, Chamberlain went to ground, and then Crisp, that was Charlie, on to Riccardi under a ton of pressure. Hurried handball on to Byrne, who knocks it down. Lucas Webb grabbed it. Dylan Stone for the Rovers. High inside 50 contest. Warnock. Nick was there. Sam Martin tries to dish to Roach. Gone. Through it. And then play goes on. Mark Clute got it on the boot. Advantage was paid. Going back Del Bosco to pick it up for the Saints. And they got some space.
Yeah. So Del Bosco, I think it's Martin in fact. Left foot kick.
Del Bosco.
Yeah, it was Del Bosco into O'Shea. He hand passed it straight away to Booker, and they're out on this far side. A good switch of the footy. And here's Capillari for the Saints. Wants his left foot. Nice kick towards Dustin. Marks arc of the 50. At half forward, he's got options forward. Dolney leads. Capillari keeps on running. Dustin ignores all of them. Looks like he's going to go back and have a shot right in front of the Terry Cross can bar here at the Albury Sports Ground. It was packed full of Myrtleford Alpine Saints supporters. Looks like maybe a few have gone home. So Dustin, this to just give him a little bit of life. He'll kick from 52 metres. I tell you what, it's got the journey, but not the accuracy. Doesn't even register a score. 13-10-88. The Wangaratta Rovers, Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 6-3-39. We have gone over halfway in this third quarter for Agboss. Chris Mitchell, boundary side for the Newey.
Yeah, it's the midfield of the Rovers. It's got the job done in this last quarter and a half. They've just strangled the life out of the Saints. They can't get any clear ball and any momentum going forward.
Around the grounds for Mr. Stokes Poolworld in the Hume League at the moment at halftime. Gindra 52, lead Randwell Bunbury 47.
Okay, and almost 16 and a half gone here on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Third term brought to you by Agboss. The Wang Rovers 88 lead. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints 39 on the Peter Bowen Home scoreboard. And we've got a stoppage left to centre wing on the clubhouse side. So the Wang Rovers looking good. And the Saints, well, no tomorrow for the losing team. And Gaston and then back to Webb. And they work it well. They go down the line on the far side, looking for Boyd. Bounces to his advantage, stumbled, and the boundary umpire said it was out of bounds. And we're going to have another boundary thrown as we go to Brad Freak for 40 weeks.
Yeah, on the stat sheet at the moment, Dylan Stone had 4 disposals, obviously 10 inside 50s to 4. If we go around the grounds for Mr. Stove's Pool World, in the Talanga League at the moment, Kiwa 41 lead, Dedarang 27.
Blake Panderescott, Lukey Francis, Brad Freak and Chris Mitchell for McRae Motors here on O&M Live. The Rovers owning this ball game at the minute. Hurried kick inside 50 from Carpenter, going back with courage, Riccardi. What a mark that was. An elite body and paint mark of the day from Brodie Riccardi in his own defensive 50. Plays on straight away, kicks it into the middle of the ground. One-on-one between Owers and Carpenter. Carpenter gets back up straight away, applies a big tackle just to the right of this centre circle, and we'll have another restart right in the middle of the sports ground. A 49-point lead to the Rovers, the winner to play the Albury Tigers next Sunday at Martin Park.
They will. Now, there's a whistle for blocking.
Yep.
In the contest, so Dustin's going to get it. And away he goes. Look at that for a kick. A tumbling one inside 50 towards the Smollett Street end. But Raven Jolliffe, as he does so often, gets back and takes a good defensive mark and goes short to Webb. They get some run from behind from guess who? Sam Murray. How many on the 40 winks now, Freaky?
16 for Murray.
Moves it to McCarthy. Inboard to Ryan Stone. Look at this. Great footy. And then back. And then a banana inboard. Oh, didn't quite come off. Saints win it. Aussie Wicks out to Martin and they come out.
Yeah, short option to Capillari, pushing back to help out his defence.
No one to kick to though, boys.
He's got it left half back. He's a left footer. He's going to hand pass it to Riccardi. He's got Del Bosco on, ignores him, wants to come inboard, gives it back to Capillari. Edge of the square, kicks it up towards half forward. Sharp fell over. He might win it out the back here, Brady Sharp. It gets to him, but it's not a great finish. It's across the face. He looks like he's limping on that knee as Brady Sharp. It's through for a minor score.
Yeah, the Myrtleford coaching staff have thrown the magnets around, boys. Both Sharp boys, Brady and Riley, are forward, and Warnock is in defensive 50.
I reckon that's because Brady's suffering a pretty nasty knee injury there on that left knee. So 6-4-40, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 13-10-88, 48-point margin. 20 minutes gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock in this third quarter for Agboss.
Murray out to Webb. Lucas puts it on the left foot. Oh, very good delivery. Out wide there to Toby Murray.
The big Ibis.
Yeah, and he's got that right calf nicely strapped, hasn't he, Panda?
Maybe the shin pad.
And Toby goes down the line, a high one. O'Shea, and then Boyd. And that ball's just gone up in the air, comes down. And then in front of Jaden Bear, and it has gone out of bounds. Freaky might get a inside 50 count for the third term, thanks to 40 winks.
Yeah, 13-6 in favour of the Waingrada Rovers, really dominating that area. But Lucas Webb as well is getting busy in this third quarter. He's had 6 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
So the Saints trail by 48 points. Haven't goaled since the 18th minute mark of the second quarter, and that was from Malachi Owers. Of course, the loser of this one done in season 2022. So that brought the margin back to 20 points when Owers goaled, and since then it's been one-way traffic all through the way of the Wangaratta Rovers. Big crunching tackle from Del Bosco there. It spills the way of Ryan Stone. Aylett in his own D50 just clears it as far as he can down the right-hand side of the Albury Sports Ground. Sharp, a long way from home. This is Riley. Comes up and takes a mark, but he's at half-back. Wants to switch the footy, and he's just going to kick it safely down the line.
Yeah, long, high dump kick to centre wing on the far side. Well, clubhouse side, Dolney for the Saints wins it and gets it off to Waite, who's been quiet today. Into Booker, and then Booker over the top. He's got Malachi Owers on. He's in 2 minds. Now chipboard, nice to Riccardi. Good footy by the Saints. Their probably best passage all day. Right foot around the body, Riccardi. And Brodie, has he snuck it in? He has, because he's heading to the bench. And he's got it. Let's go down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
Yeah, I still don't get that. Kick a goal when you come off, but obviously that's the coach's instructions. But great vision there from Malachi Owers to spot Riccardi all on his lonesome straight in front of goal.
Had a really good third quarter, Brodie Riccardi. He's up to 5 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet. He's also kicked the goal there. He's really trying to get some league speed going in this game for Myrtleford. A goal there and maybe another 1 or 2 before three-quarter time might give a little bit of hope for the Saints going into the last quarter.
So a 42-point margin here on the Peter Barn home scoreboard. 88 plays 46. here at the Albury Sports Ground between the Rovers and the Saints. Dustin just dropped the footy. Not sure how it wasn't holding the ball. A wild, rash hand pass. Goes out wide. Ball at ground level. Big Ibis Murray over this footy. He's won a free kick, plant advantage. Jaden Bear snaps on goal. It's across the face to the near side. It's through for a point. A bit of a let off there for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 13-11-89 the Rovers. The Saints 7-4-46. That is on the Peterborough home scoreboard. We've played 22 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock, Freaky.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Lucas Webb up to 7 disposals in this third quarter for the 40 Wings. He's been absolutely everywhere for them.
Yes, few of these players, fuel tanks running low. Been a pretty mild day. And then Byrne takes it on the half-back flank. He wants to come this side to Del Bosco. He's got Roach behind him. Del Bosco plays on, does Mitch. And then puts a high ball up towards the arc of the 50. And Murray got rid of Dolney. Jolliffe after it, ball out of bounds. And we're going to have the boundary throw in left of centre wing broadcast side. And we've almost gone 22 minutes or 23 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Peter Bowen home scoreboard sees the Rovers up 89-46 as we go to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
Yeah, just a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment as we count down late in this third quarter, but hard to see the Rovers coming back from here. The Saints coming back from here, boys.
Big Toby Murray just punches it into the middle of the ground. Wales gets around 2 Rovers. That was nicely done. Left foot kick in towards Byrne. Over his head, playing a quarterback role. Jolliffe, beautiful kick down the line to Gerish. Almost 50 there against Wicks on the stand rule. Gerish tried to do that. Bryant kicks it towards half forward. Bear out the back, able to push Booker underneath it. Owers caught one high, and he wins the free kick for the Saints on his own defensive 50. Crisp is in the middle of the ground all by himself. He goes to Martin instead on the wing. He's going to play on straight away. Has to get rid of it. Good tackle from behind for the Rovers. They force the turnover. Picked up by Stone. Into Boyd. Easy as you like. Tom Boyd marks 30 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, you just wonder what sort of teammates were talking to him at the moment in the middle of the ground there. Martin had all the time in the world and took a little bit too long and got caught from behind. Great turnover there. The Stone brothers have been outstanding today too. Put silver platter there for Boyd.
Dylan Stone up to 6 disposals in this third quarter on the 40 Wing stat sheet. That was the 15th inside 50 as well for Rovers in this third term compared to 8 for Myrtleford.
It's a great tackle. I think it was from Jaden Bear to force that turnover in the middle of the ground. The Rovers just surge forward. So Tom Boyd, he's kicked 4 majors. Make it 4 goals still for Tom Boyd. 4 goals, 1 a blemish for the Rovers. 13-12-90, so 25 scoring shots. Play 7-4-46, just 11 for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. It's a 44-point margin. We've played 25 minutes in this third quarter on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Brad Freak for 40 Wings.
Yeah, as you touched on there, the scoring shots, 25 already late in this third quarter. Rovers over the last 6 weeks have only been averaging 23 per game, so they're absolutely dominating and hitting the scoreboard with will today.
Third term brought to you by Agboss, great sponsors of O&M Live. 1494 2AY 1566 3&E. Chris Mitchell, Brad Freak, Blake Hescott and Luke Francis here at the Albury Sports Ground on a Sunday afternoon, Elimination final day. And it has been a ripper, and the Wang Rovers going so well. Saints, though, on half-back on this occasion. Sam Martin puts it on the boot and sends it out into the direction of Murray Waite. Nolan, though, picks up the ball one-handed and has seen it out on the half-back flank for the brown and gold. And we'll go around the grounds very shortly for Mr. Stowe's Pool World as we go back down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
Yeah, just struggling to get their hands on the footy, aren't they, at the moment? The Saints, they're probably looking forward to the three-quarter time huddle.
You're a Mr. Stowe's Pool World man, Lukey.
I am, Penner.
Now's the time to get your pool sorted, I can tell you that.
That's right. Get down there. You'll be going swimmingly.
Absolutely. Oh. There's a bear in there, picks it up and kicks it down the wing, just dribbles forward for the Rovers. Picked up beautifully there from Booker. Hand pass it to Del Bosco, who's been getting busy in this third term. Gets it back in a 1-2 from Martin across the Albury Sports Ground. Finds Sharp. A long way from home is Riley, but he's providing a good outlet here for the Saints. Wheels around, plays on straight away, kicks it to a dangerous spot, flying behind Jolliffe with a fist for the Rovers. Dustin, who's pushed forward, comes through the stoppage with pace. Dribbling kick forward. Well done there by Michael Pup Clark for the Rovers in defence, who sees it over the boundary line. It's still a 44-point margin for the Rovers. We've gone 27 in this third quarter for Agboss.
As we go around the grounds for Mr. Stove's pool, at Sandy Creek, Kiwa 43, Dedarang 27, and Hume Lake, Ginger 52, Rand 48.
McQuaid trying to get his hands on the pill. Roach came in, grabbed it. McQuaid brings him to ground, and the umpire is going to call for it. So a few numbers around this ball. Let's see how this one pans out. Can anyone clear it? It's Toby Murray, and he gets brought down again.
Holding the ball.
Yeah, so no attempt. The umpire is set. And the Saints are going to have a shot on goal to the Smollett Street end. So we're going about 27 and a half on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock.
Just getting word in. The crowd today, 1,989 people on Father's Day. So 2,000 people at the sports ground.
Yeah, very good. Nice.
Big thanks to Craig Miller for shooting us through that one.
The atmosphere over at the netball courts was wonderful. And so too at the footy is Roach. Gee, that's a high ball. Chris Mitchell, I tell you what, Roach has kicked it. And he put some air into that one for the Newmarket Hotel.
It was very skyward, wasn't it? Nearly hit a couple of pigeons there at the Botanic Gardens, but a much needed goal for the Saints.
As we touched on, 9 inside 50s for this Myrtleford. They're obviously able to hit the scoreboard a little bit more regularly in this third term as well. Only the one mark inside 50, but that goal there obviously brings the margin back to 38 points late in this third quarter. Do we give them a sniff at all, boys?
Oh, not for mine, Freaky. You would like to see a surge from the Saints. You know, one last crack at, well, the Rovers in what could be their final game, but I just don't think so.
They need the next... Well, I was about to say they need a goal inside the next 30 or 40 seconds of this third quarter. Not to be, because the siren has gone here at the Albury Sports Ground, and it's all set up here for the Wangaratta Rovers to book a date with the Albury Tigers in a do-or-die semi-final next Sunday. They lead this ball game, this elimination final, 13-12-90 over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 8-4-52. Fourth quarter action for Bingley on the other side of this. On O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SS&A.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Did someone say KFC? I don't care!
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SS&A.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with Go TAFE.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between. Manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY. We're your local.
O&M Live
And
on 2AY.
38-point margin at three-quarter time to the way the Wangaratta Rovers over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints in this elimination final. Fourth quarter action not too far away from getting underway. Brad Freak, 40-wing stat sheet. Highlights of that third quarter, please.
Yeah, as we keep touching on, there's the inside 50 count that's really, really in favour of the Rovers. In that third quarter, 15 inside 50s to 9, absolutely dominated. But since quarter time, that's 30 inside 50s to 15. So 2-1 the Rovers are getting instead of compared to Myrtleford. And in that time as well, 12 marks inside forward 50 in the last 2 quarters to 2. Just lowering their eyes, hitting their targets, finding their open men. Just a lot more clinical going forward throughout this, since quarter time really. In that third quarter, in terms of the possessional stats, Dylan Stone was outstanding, had 6 disposals. Lucas Webb for mine was really strong, had 7 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet in that third quarter. If we have a look at the Myrtleford side of things, they moved Simon Curtis into the middle. He had 5 disposals, and Sam Martin had the 6 as well. If we go around the grounds for Mr. Stoves Poolwood, out at Sandy Creek at the moment, it's a 17-point lead to Kiwa, 50-33, and in the Hume League at the moment, Howlong's a 4-point lead to Gindra, 58-54.
Let's go down to ground level and catch up with Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket Hotel. What's the story down there, Chris O?
Well, Kreza was filthy with his charges at three-quarter time there, boys. Said allowed them to get 2 late goals, got lazy, need to get hungry again, and threatened to drag some players if they didn't follow the instructions in this last quarter. For the Saints, Jake Sharp was very quiet, but said nothing to lose, run and take the game on and change those angles for the forwards. So they got a tiny, tiny, tiny sniff, the Saints.
Tiny sniff. Pardon me. I've got a sandwich seat.
Oh, he's gone, Peter. He's in trouble.
That'll teach you for gobbing yourself down there with the sandwiches, mate.
We might be a man down in here, Chris.
I might have to jump up, boys.
Never seen a commentator stretch it off. Man has had to leave the box. Rightio.
I reckon this first 5-10 minutes, Luke's going to be pretty hot from the Saints here. I think obviously they've got nothing to lose, as Jake Sharp and Chris just said then. I think it's going to be real hot footy the first 10 minutes. Their season's on the line, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's it, Freaky. We're about to go in the final term, which is brought to you by Bing Lee. And, well, the Wang Rovers with a good break. 90-52 on the Border Carpet scoreboard. Here we go. Let's get it on, the fourth term. And Toby Murray and Callum Crisp almost broke even. Ball coming towards Booker, just hacks it off the ground. And then a contest. Murray picks it up, tries to bulldoze his way through.
Surely holding the ball.
It is.
Yep.
And the ball is going to come back.
Took a long time to pay it.
It did. And Tom Capillari has it. Low ball, trying to find Riley Sharp. Hands from McQuaid on it. Waite swings around left foot. Brodie Riccardi's got it. So this is the way they've got to start the last term, the Saints. They need this goal to go through to the Hume Street end as we go to Brad Freak on the 40-wing stats.
Yeah, obviously 1 inside 50 for 1 set shot and 1 mark as well. That's just what they've lacked today, I think, a little bit, Myrtle, for just that composure going inside forward 50. Really good work there by Murray Waite to find Brodie Riccardi.
And good news is Blake Escott is okay. He's still with us. In comes Brodie Riccardi. Hume Street ends. He got it, Brody. He's missed it. It's gone through for 1 minus score. So 90 plays 53 on the Border Carpet scoreboard. Last turn brought to you by Bing Lee. Panda, welcome back.
Oh, I just
How
had
you feeling?
a multi-grain bread seed stuck in my throat at the most awkward and worst time coming back from a break. So I am alive and I am okay.
It was a multi-grain meltdown.
It was indeed.
Yeah.
Are we about to see one from the Rovers? Can the Myrtleford Alpine Saints cause an almighty comeback and upset in this elimination final? I hope you've enjoyed the action. The Rovers streaming down the wing. Martin with a left foot kick into a dangerous position. Warnock was worried out of it a little bit by Carpenter. Running onto this ball was Amory. He's been impressive. Chased down from behind from Del Bosco. Mark Lew dribbling, hitting the post. He is so dangerous, is Alex Marklew. Coast to coast once again from the Rovers. 91 plays 53 as the Saints bring it in quickly from the kick in. Crisp gets it and plays on straight away. Kicks that towards half forward. Nolan and against Owers. Nolan worrying him out of it. Riccardi goes in, applies a tackle on Nolan, who hand passes it to Williamson, and he comes into Stone.
Ryan Stone hand passes to Dylan Stone. Dylan, and then moves it right out wide to Jack Garish. She's having a great year, this guy. And then a looping hand pass to Dylan Stone, who runs on. Tries to get it down the line to Bryant. Right foot, hurry kick, rushed inside. Carpenter went back with the flight. McCarthy in front of him. Wicks came through for the Saints. Back to Carpenter, who picked it up. Out wide, Mark Clue along the ground, dribbling, rolling, and through again for 1 minus score. So 92-53 on the Border Carpet scoreboard. Fourth turn brought to you by Bing Lee. We've almost gone 3 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Here's Blake Escott for McRae Motors.
Chris Mitchell for the new. He looks like Brady Sharp has started off with that sore knee.
Yeah, I think he's going to play out the game, guys, but his brother's coming for a bit of a spell. But interesting to keeping out Warnock in defensive 50 when they need to kick some goals, boys.
Very interesting. I'd be pushing him forward. So Hugh Wales bites off a big kick into the middle of the ground. Roach not able to mark it. He's set upon straight away by a couple of Rover tacklers. Then we've got a ball up just forward of the centre circle for the Wangaratta Rovers, who lead this elimination final by 39 points. It would take an almighty effort from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints in this one. Ball back inside 50. Hack forward for the Rovers. Picking up beautifully there was Mark Lew, shoveling it into the space of Amory. Dangerous kick out of defence from Warnock. Ball at ground level. Booker over this footy. Big tackle, Curtis on Ryan Stone, and he's paid a free kick for in the back. Not happy are the Myrtleford Alpine Saints as Stone plays it on straight away. Kicks it into attack. Mark Lew out the back. Oh, great courage from O'Shea. Backing back, taking a nice defensive mark. Plays on quickly to Del Bosco. But they need one in the next 30 or 40 seconds, the Saints, if they're to come back into this ball game. They trail by 39.
Brady Sharp with the Sharon. Defensive 50. Squaring ball, a short one.
They're out here.
And then Warnock. Gee, that was high. Don't know about that. Martin had to work and go for it, and he's still got to go. And then he did well in the end. And then left foot sends it out wide toward Wales. Gee, great stuff from Martin on to Wales. And then left foot down the line, looking for Callan Chris. Second bite, got it. So they're on the half-forward flank now. So the Saints have moved this ball well from the back line. Good delivery. And Waite comes out and takes it in the midst as we go back down to Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
He finished third in their best and fairest, Murray Waite, and had a good season, but just hasn't had much of a look at it today. They haven't got it down to him quick enough, but great there, mark by Cal Crisp, and moving it quickly, the Saints, and that's opened them up here.
2 inside 50s for 2 marks inside 50 in this quarter for Myrtleford. Just a little bit more composure going forward.
Murray Waite about to latch onto one. Won't have the legs. It'll come down in the goal square. Murray went up to his best. Riccardi left foot goal. He's got one for the Saints, so they get their 9th and a double for Riccardi and the Saints bench. Gee, it's vocal down here, isn't it, boys? As we go back down to you, Mitchie, for the Newmarket.
Yeah, the sharp Riley is just barking the instructions here nearly in my ear, boys. I'm sure you can hear that pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. Mitch Del Bosco in the back half has been really strong to start this quarter. 2 disposals early for the Myrtleford Saints, but Dylan Stone as well for the Rovers has been really strong all day. He's up to 3 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet to start this last turn.
So kick the last 3 goals, the Saints, here on O&M Live. And still a 33-point margin remains. 92 plays 59. Martin with another clearance. Forward, coming onto this one. Warnock will the ball sit for him? It does. Gets it on the boot pretty
Dustin,
quickly.
boys.
It was Dustin inside 50. Out the back here. Murray Waite off the ground. Sharp! Riley Sharp has kicked it. And the Saints still breathing a bit of life into this one. It's back to a 27-point margin, Chris Mitchell, for the Newey.
There's lots of belief on the boundary here, boys. And one of the things Sharp did say at three-quarter time was, imagine the story if we win. And they got a little bit of belief, let me tell you.
4 inside 50s to start this last quarter for 2 goals already for the Saints. They're going inside forward a little bit quicker and just getting a little bit more rushed into the Rovers defenders, and it's just creating a little bit of chaos, and they'll be able to have a lot more success in this last term to start off.
Well, could they do it? The Saints, as Blake Escott said, trail by 27 at the moment. Curtis over this ball, big pack going in. Comes out the back, Gaston trying his best, ball tied up. Umpire's going to call for it. And again, he'll try and sort it out. Okie doke.
Same margin at half-time, wasn't it, boys? 27 points, but they're just winning the clearances. That's the key at the moment.
That's it. Chris Mitchell, Brad Freak, Blake Escott and Luke Francis. O&M Live, 1494 2AY, 1566 3&E. Ball bouncing towards the edge of the square, right of centre wing, broadcast side. McQuaid on the boot, high ball, just sends it up towards the half-forward flank. All Saints back there, and Warnock takes it. And he's looking around to see what options he's got.
Stay with us on O&M Optus TV, or 1494 2AY, or 1566 3&E, because I reckon we've got a close finish here. Capillari takes a nice mark at half-back. They got options out on this far wing. Look at this overlap. Wonderful vision in a paddock of spaces. Del Bosco, if the ball sits for him, had to wait a long time. He's 65 from home. Lead comes there from Sam Martin. Out the back, Sharp over the footy. Murray was wrapped up. Got a hand pass away. Mark Lou helping out his defence. Quick kick comes forward from Amory. It lands in the lap of Bear, and the Rovers can take a little bit of sting out of this one. 92 plays 65. It's a 27-point margin. We've played 9 minutes here in this last quarter for Bingley.
Huge margin, boys, but you can just sense the feeling amongst the Myrtleford camp that they're a bit of a sniff at the moment. The momentum's changing.
Rovers with possession. Dylan Stone. Oh, big tackle from Brady Sharp. Kick down the line. Falls the way of the Saints. Inboard, looking for Charlie Crisp. He's got to work, and then gets one to Del Bosco, puts it on the boot, but it's all the Rovers back there. Murray couldn't take the mark. Ball went to ground. And I'll tell you what, these players have spent a few fuel tickets now. What's going to happen? Umpire's going to call it, and there will be a stoppage as we go to Brad Freak on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, 5 inside 50s for Myrtleford in this term. They've been really strong. Mitch Del Bosco, 4 disposals as well. Nick Warnock sitting kick behind the ball with no man at all on him. He's just stopping any forward thrust Rovers having in this last term.
So the margin blew out to 42. The 21st minute mark of the third quarter. It sits at 27. So still a healthy margin if you're a Rover fan. But the Saints have kicked the last 4 goals in this game. There's a whistle and there's a throw, and it's going the way of the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Half forward on the far wing. Curtis wheels around, pumps it into attack. Crisp comes from 3 deep. Off hands, Nolan calmly just clears, hacks it out of the defence for the Rovers, and Curtis in a contest up against Stone.
Curtis using all his experience in the last quarter here, boys. Try and get his side over the line.
Sees it over the boundary line, and we've got a throw in. Still 70 around from the Saints' goal. They trail by 27 points in this last quarter for Bingley.
So they're not done with yet. They fight on the Saints. The Rovers, though, have got a handy break. So 92 to 65 on the Border Carpet scoreboard. 4th term brought to you by Bingley. Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock has gone 10 minutes here at the Albury Sports Ground on this Sunday afternoon. The contest, Martin and now Todd Bryant for the Rovers. Hurry one on the boot. I didn't think that went to the required distance. Anyway, the mark was paid. And then Amory balks around the man on the mark, puts it on the boot, gets it forward, an entry, Philo. Oh, one bite, dropped it. And Warnock's going to bring it away for the Saints, and they're out.
Yeah, ball in the middle of the ground. Martin beelines it. McQuaid was equal to the task. Gets it on the boot, kicks it into the forward line. Coming through here was Boyd. Hang on, there's a whistle out on this far wing, Chris Mitchell, for the Newmarket Hotel. Looks like a free kick to Wales.
It's very hard to know what's going on. There's two little spot fires going on one side of the ground and this side as well, guys, but the Saints have got the ball.
Interesting. So Wales gets a hurried kick up towards half forward. It sits for Capillari. He's able to try and shake and bake and get around Murray. Hand pass it to Aylett. Hurried kick wasn't great. Came off the side of the boot. Only went about 2 metres. Good pressure here in the elimination final. Aylett gets it back. Kicks the Saints back into attack. Going back with courage. Clark takes a great mark for the Wangaratta Rovers. He's deep in his own D50, but the scoreboard reads 13-14-92 the Rovers. The Saints 10-5-65. We have played 11 minutes in this last quarter on the Albury GJ Gardner-Hones time clock.
Yes, super mark by Clark. Got a long one out of defence. Look at that for a mark too.
He's nearly 52, boys. Bring him down after he marks like that. But the ball just living in Myrtleford's forward half at the moment.
Yeah. And they drive it back in, the Saints. Wobbly, tumbling ball going forward. Riccardi in front of him. Ball trying to find its way towards the line. It does win. And it's over the chalk as we go to Brad Freak on the 40-wing stats.
8 inside 50s to 5 to start this last term. As Chris O'Reilly pointed out there, the ball is really living inside the forward half of Myrtleford in this last term.
Fourth term brought to you by Bingley. And then Capillari. Murray's got him. Holding the ball.
Yeah,
and they do win it.
Took him on, didn't he, and took the challenger on, as he had to. The Saints have to throw everything at them, but great tackling again from Sam Murray.
Nick Warnock's playing some quarter, I reckon, at half-back. As Murray just clears a long kick, and there's that man again. Nick Warnock. Was he paid the mark? He wasn't anyway. The Saints urge it forward. Sharp caught from behind. He's given away a free kick here. He's given away a free kick to Sam Murray, who just goes wide 15 metres to Sammy Carpenter in his own defensive 50 still for the Wangaratta Rovers, who have done enough to probably sew up 5 or 6 minutes off the clock here without the Saints kicking a goal. 92 plays 65 and the Rovers are away. Bouncing down the wing here is Brodie Philo down the Albury Sports Ground. Gets it on the left into Marklew. Great transition footy again from the Wangaratta Rovers, and Marklew has a chance to go back and put the Rovers into a semi-final.
Absolutely beautiful work there by Brodie Philo. Took the game on, only the 6th inside 50 in the last quarter on the 40-wing stat sheet, but just took the game on. And as you rightfully touched on, Panda, the Rovers have been able to kill 5 minutes now with that forward thrust that the Myrtleford have, but haven't been able to hit the scoreboard in that time.
So Brodie Philo, great play down the wing into Marklew. He's kicked 5. This to send the Rovers into a semi-final date with the Albury Tigers. He comes in, and it's to the near side. So the Saints still fight on here in this elimination final. 93 plays 65, but they need the next one pretty quick. We've played 13 minutes in this last quarter for Bingley.
Yeah, 28 points the margin. So the Saints need 5 goals. Have they got it in them? It's going to be hard. Here's Owers out the back. They go forward again. Murray Waite's got it. He's inside the square. Now he goes with the long one. Short. Turned over.
Poor kick.
And that man again, Sam Murray. 40-wing stat sheet freaky for Sam Murray.
21 disposals for Murray.
And on to Toby. Wobbly one up towards centre wing. Aylett did well. Cut it off. And one possession for the Saints. Now he's got Dussin on. And he gets him. He can handball to Capillar if he wants. He ignores him, goes inboard, high ball. Look at this one. What an entry. Going back, Callum Crisp. Oh, missed it on the second attempt. Riccardi, dangerous, turn it over. They come through Chamberlain, the Rovers. Martin, Dylan Stone got swung around in the tackle. Now Ryan Stone, hand pass over the top to Bear, and they get out to Garish.
Yeah, Garish with pace. He always wants to take it on. Kicks it into attack again. Marklew in a one-on-one with Wicks. Good fist there by young Austin Wicks. Going in and helping out his defence was Aylett.
Big blue here, boys, in the middle of the ground. The reserve umpire is just sprinting to the other side of the ground here. There's about 4 players involved.
Yeah, Michael Bucket's bouquet running on in the tracksuit. You watch that, Chris O, for the Newey. We'll watch the footy inside 50 for the Rovers. They lead by 28 points in the elimination final. Warnock's caught holding the ball. Had to be holding the ball from Carpenter. Umpire said play on. And it looks like we've got another ball up inside 50. Right end for the Wangaratta Rovers. We've got a blood rule here. We've got a blood rule. And it looks like Mitchie Del Bosco in game 150 is going to come from the ground. Chris Mitchell for the Newey.
Yeah, not great timing, is it? We saw the other day in the AFL with, I think it was Clary Oliver, had 2 cuts and they managed to patch one up, but just came off at the wrong time and hurts the rotations with one of their gun midfielders.
Yeah, so Ryan Stone was the last one to get up off the turf after that scuffle right of centre wing on the clubhouse side. So there's some feeling and spice in this one. 93 plays 65. The Rovers up on the border carpet scoreboard. So it's just confusion here. Umpire now gets the game back underway. Look at the numbers around this ball. My goodness, Garish ends up with a Sharon. One way back, the other takes them on. Roach has got him. He's got to be gone. Yep. And Dan Roach is going to take the kick for the Saints. And he goes lateral to Dussin. Finds him. Defensive 50. He's got a man on. And that's Brady Sharp. That was good.
Without saying the obvious, you think the next goal is so important to either side. If it's Myrtleford, they keep their dream alive. If it's the Rovers, you think it's probably game over.
28 points the margin. Aylett trying to weave his way off half-back. Saints, O'Shea, and then on to Callum Chris.
Yeah, Chris running through the middle of the sports ground. Low kick hits the deck. Amory grabs it for the Rovers. The Saints apply pressure on him. Curtis has it. Wheels around onto the left. Kicks it in towards Riccardi. Ball spills out the back. It's all Rovers. There's a sea of Hawks. Murray, hand pass it to Jolliffe. Right half back, down the far wing. Low dribbling kick. Hits the deck. Carpenter. Wales extracts it. And looks like we're going to have a boundary throw in, are we? Amory, yep, just sees it over the line. So the Rovers, 13-15-93. Lead the Saints 10-5-65. I reckon they've done enough. 28-point margin, 17 gone in this last quarter. Brad Freak on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, if we go around the grounds for Mr. Stokes, Paul Rod, it's Sandy Creek, Kiwa 51, Dedarang 39, and Humeley, Gindra 79, Rand 61.
Wales, a tumbling ball inside 50 for the Saints. Murray come over the top of the defensive fist. And then Jolliffe, jumper got... We got reefed to ground, and then McQuay got it on the boot, went to the outer side. Toby Murray and Callum Crisp out there, ball bouncing towards the clubhouse. And it does go out of bounds. Fourth turn brought to you by Bingley. The border carpet scoreboard. It is the Wang Rovers 93, leading the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Border carpet scoreboard. The Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock has now gone just over the 18-minute mark. Here's Blake Escott for McRae Motors.
Garish has been brilliant for the Wangaratta Rovers. Great second half of the year. Kicks a long one down the wing. Dussin takes a courageous mark. Comes inboard straight away to Martin, who tries to win a 50 for the Alpine Saints. Plays on. Kicks a long one into attack. Clark unable to mark. Ball at ground level. Riccardi has kicked 2 already for the Saints. Over this footy. So is Dolney. And we got a stoppage inside 50 for the Saints. 65 plays 93. 28 points. The margin to the way of the Rovers. 18 minutes gone in this last quarter for Bingley. Here's Lukey Francis for McRae Motors.
And ball at ground level. And then Byrne on the boot. Rushes forward. Right foot snapping around the body. Bouncing ball. And that has found the boundary line. We might get an inside 50 count in the final term for 40 Wings Freaky.
Yeah, Myrtleford really dominating, and we thought they'd throw everything at the Rovers in this last term. 12-7 in favour of the Myrtleford.
28 points to margin. So can the Wang Rovers hold on? It's going to be hard for the Saints now. McQuaid, he got brought to ground, thought he was almost in his back. And he will get the free kick. Listen to the bench down here, would you? Both benches getting into it. Chris Mitchell for the Newmarket.
Yeah, it's still lively down here too, guys. It's the Saints have still got a bit of a sniff. Rovers obviously been the better team all day, but yeah, they're hanging in slowly, the Saints.
Yeah, the winner to fight another day, and the loser no tomorrow. All over Red Rover. Bryant, oh, he might be gone. Yep. He is. And the Saints win it. They go to Del Bosco.
Yeah, Del Bosco takes a bounce. He's back on the ground with the blood rule. Kicks a long one into attack. Oh, flying so high down there. Was it Martin or Waite? Byrne. It was Byrne. Wow, that was some impressive leap from Liam Byrne. Stoppage inside 50 from the Saints. All right, they need the next one. They need from this stoppage. On cue, Sam Martin. All righty. A Sunjan goal today from Sam Martin is a little too late for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 22 points the margin. 93 plays 71. And the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock sees 20 minutes and 40 seconds.
Unbelievable goal there by Sam Martin on his wrong non-preferred foot right on the boundary there. The biggest cheer came from the Myrtleford bench. They still think they're in this. The crowd, not so much.
Sam Martin really tried hard for the Saints today, and he's really going out all day. He's had 20 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet, and that was his first goal of the day as well. He's been impressive. Simon Curtis and Mitch Del Bosco again are really trying hard in this last quarter. Del Bosco 5 and Curtis 4 disposals.
Yeah, 22-point margin. The Rovers trying to hold on to it at the Albury Sports Ground. Booker hasn't been the best of days for him, but he has 2 bounces now on the half-forward flank and sends it along towards the sticks. It's gone through. It's gone through.
Wowee.
My goodness. It's back to 16 points of the Sports Ground. Wow.
You could just tell as soon as he got it, he wanted to take the game by the scruff of the neck and be the hero, and he was. Riley Booker, take a bow.
A Sunjang goal of the day to Riley. Let's go to Brad Freak on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, 14 inside 50s to 7 in this last quarter as well. Been really strong middle. That was exactly what we saw from Riley Booker last week at Corowa.
That is some finish from Riley Booker. That is attacking flair at its finest. 16 points the margin. Okay. How long left in this last quarter for Bingley? 21 gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock. The Rovers holding on. Inside forward 54 on that far flank. Here's Jack Gerrish. Loads up from 52 metres. Jack Gerrish has put the Rovers into a semi-final. What a finish from Jack Gerrish. Tied up against the boundary, 50 metres out. And the Rovers are home.
Wow. Unbelievable goal there from Jack Gerrish. Up to 19 disposals as well on the 40-wing stat sheet. I'm a little bit in shock, boys. I didn't think that was going through for a goal at all. Unbelievable finish.
What a game. Chris Mitchell for the new marker. Let's go back down to you.
He's been outstanding all day, hasn't he, Jack Gerrish? He's done everything. Tackled, run and chased, done marks and kicking goals from the boundary there to set his side on fire.
Yeah, in a game that's had everything. The Rovers up 99-77 in this elimination final at the Albury Sports Ground. Look at that. Just hacking one forward was Philo. Ball along the ground. And now it spills out. Warnock goes in. Oh, these players are spent. They're just throwing themselves in at every contest. Warnock again out the back to O'Shea. Left foot. High one. And then over the chop was Brady Sharp. Jaden Bear came in. Rushed hand pass. Got it out to Amory. On to McCarthy. Steps around. Has a shot on the sticks to the Smollett Street end. It's wide. It's rolling. It's out of bounds.
Couple of Hawks on the ground here, boys. I think Marklew may be cramping, and I think McQuaid as well. But I'll keep you updated there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Ryan Stone who's very slow to get up.
Dylan Stone.
Yeah,
also,
you're right.
Stone brothers.
So that Gerrish goal broke 6 in a row for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, who were coming really hard. Here's a chance for McCarthy. Quick clearing kick out of the stoppage. Goes 30 metres up in the air. Amory comes and meets it. Warnock at ground level. Almost cut off by Dylan Stone. Contest 20 metres out from the Rovers' goal. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints hack it. Here's a genuine one-on-one chase between Booker and Gerrish. Booker, the 2 fastest men on the ground, kicks it and then applies a tackle on Jack Gerrish. He's almost wrapped him up. Gerrish just held his own ground and gets out of the contest. Gerrish gets it back in a 1-on-2. Takes the bounce down the wing and kicks the Rovers back into attack. Wicks against Marklew. Ball at ground level. Dustin slips over at the crucial moment. Here's a chance for Bear. Warnock over him. Bear at ground level. We are going to have a ball up 15 metres out from the Rovers' goal. 99 plays 77 in the elimination final. The Rovers by 22 points. 25 minutes gone in this last quarter for Bingley.
How good's this? O&M action on O&M Live. 1494 2AY 1566 3&E. Chris Mitchell, Brad Freak, Blake Escott, and also Luke Francis just enjoying this contest. It has been an absolute top shelf bottler. Now Charlie, crisp that was, trying to get his fist to it. Look at the players going in, trying to tie it up. Murray, and then comes out the back. And the ball is wrapped up. Okay, so we'll have another stoppage. So many players around this pill. 99 plays 77. Wang Rovers with the lead. So we've reached the 25.5 minute mark on the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock. Final turn thanks to Bingley. Here's Blake Escott. And there it is. They've got home the Wang Rovers in a game that had absolutely everything. What an effort and display from them. The Saints, gallant. They came out at three-quarter time and fought tooth and nail when it looked all over. They tried so hard, but in the end, the Wang Rovers boys live another day.
Their first finals win since 2014 to Darren Cresswell and the Wangaratta Rovers, who are pumped. Elimination final victory for them. Of course, they didn't win a game a couple of years ago, the Wang Rovers. They fought back to finish 6th in season 2019, cut short in season 2021, and a finals win in season 2022. 99 plays 77, a 22-point win to the Rovers over a very, very gallant Myrtleford Alpine Saints. But Freaky, if we have a close look at this one, it was the second and third quarters, especially that second quarter for the Rovers, where they really broke the game open.
Yeah, absolutely. The second quarter was where the game was won for the Rovers, as you say. 15 inside 50s to 6 in the quarter alone. Absolutely dominated. The ball hardly went into the Myrtleford forward half of the ground. They were led beautifully in that second quarter and all day by Jack Garish. He kicked the sealing goal there. Absolutely stunning goal to seal the game for him. He had 21 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet. Beautiful goal. Dylan Stone as well kept trying really hard all day. He had 12 disposals in the second half alone. He had 22 for the game. Sam Murray started the game on fire, ended up with 22 disposals as well. Just kept fighting all day for the Rovers. They showed their class today. Their leg speed was too much ultimately for the Saints, which we thought might have been the case coming in. Garish and Stone and Murray and this really dominated for the Rovers all day.
Yeah, unreal. Just so good to watch this afternoon. That's right, Fricky, as you said, pre-game. Brad Frick just saying the pace of the Rovers might be too much for the Saints today, and that's the way it panned out. We'll go down very shortly to Chris Mitchell, and he'll have our anytime player of the day. Chriso just weaving through the Rovers out there, Freaky.
Yeah, he absolutely is. Plenty to pick from today. Looks like, I think he got the man we were talking about down there, Jack Garish. Is that right, Chriso?
That's exactly right, Freaky. His teammates are pretty happy with him. And Jack, what a great goal there, mate, to seal the win for your side.
I think it was pretty fluky. He had the wind coming in and I just kicked it long. I was hoping Boydie or Fuddler were down there to mark it, but yeah, it went through. Unreal.
A great effort there on the boundary there too with Riley Booker. He just couldn't keep you down, mate, but two fastest guys on the ground. It was entertaining to watch.
Felt like a little sprint there for a second, just going hammer and tong. We're pretty good mates, so we were laughing about it after the game. It was good though.
They threw the kitchen sink at you, mate. How's it feel to win, I think, your first final since 2014?
Yeah, it's huge for the club moving forward. I think we had no one on the bench the last quarter, so massive to hang on. They were coming hard, but yeah, credit to the boys, held on, and yeah, so unreal. We'll cherish this.
Aubrey next week, mate. You going to win?
We watched them yesterday. They were pretty good against Shower, I thought, but I think if we stick to what we've been doing, how we want to play, I think who knows, buddy. Hopefully we keep going.
Great effort today, Jack, and enjoy this song, mate.
Cheers. There we are, unreal. Thanks for that.
There he was, Jack Garish, and my goodness, isn't he a dangerous player? Freaky, once he gets near it, he's just, something's going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And he uses the ball really well at a high speed as well. That's one thing. Sometimes when you get up such a fast speed, leg speed he does, you can sometimes not use the ball really well, but he used the ball out, was outstanding today, used the ball beautifully across the ground for him, really broke the lines up and down the ground for him. He was a difference maker in the game, Lukey, real X factor for him. And as we touched on before, Dylan Stone and Sam Murray, just their leg speed all day, we thought coming into it would have been probably a little bit of a worry, especially in such beautiful conditions for football today. It was just a real treat to watch these teams go at it, especially we thought in the first quarter we're going to have a genuine shootout. 6-5. It was outstanding footy, up and down. But then that second quarter, as Panda rightfully touched on before, that's where the game was won. I feel they had that break at 27 points then at half time, and yeah, they ended up being a 22-point margin at the end of the game. So the second quarter was the difference.
Gee, we've seen some terrific goals this year, some absolute beauties. But I tell you what, that final sealer from Jack Garish in the last term to the Smollett Street end is as good as any we've seen this year.
Oh, he called it a fluke. I'd say he should give himself a bit more credit than that. Outstanding to use the leg speed. It's not easy, especially. It would have been, obviously, again, looking into the sun as well. Might not have been a little bit blinded from where the goals were themselves. But, just showing through his class there and able to get the job done. He was simply outstanding all day. And they had, obviously, Alex Markle, who kicked 5 in the forward half as well. He was outstanding. And also, if we look at Tom Boyd, the two big guns in their forward line kicked 9 goals between them. Tom Boyd kicked 4 as well. So if you get 9 goals out of your two big boys up at the forward half like they did today, you're going to be bloody hard to stop.
Yeah, absolutely right, Freaky. That is spot on. So just watching the Rovers heading over to the clubhouse side. And, well, Chris Mitchell, he's in the right spot for the Newmarket Hotel. We're about to hear the song go. My goodness, this will be sung with gusto. Have a listen to this.
First time since 2014 they'll sing this after in September.
Yeah. Some feeling in that one. Unreal. And Panda, welcome back to you. You had to get your spikes on, mate, and run out the Anytime Player Fitness Player of the Day placard. Good job.
And I'm super glad that Chris Mitchell chose Jack Gerrish as well, because 21 disposals, that big goal, but his run and carry is oh so important. I reckon he gets an extra 5 or 6 disposals because he runs 20 or 30 metres and then he kicks the ball. He is such a good player. He has put together a wonderful 12 weeks.
It's his overlapping run, isn't it? He just continues to get involved down the line, and it catches opposition teams out. And well, the thing is, no one can keep up with him half the time.
Absolutely. The big stat in the AFL at the moment is metres gained. I'd love to know what Jack Gerrish's metres gained was today. Panda rightfully so there. Gets the ball, takes the bounce, and just uses his leg speed. Obviously, we saw early in the game on the far wing, just took a couple of bounces and delivered beautifully into Boyd in the forward half as well. So he just an outstanding game from him. Obviously, doesn't have to have the high numbers to have high impact in the game for mine as well. So, and that's what the Rovers have got, I think, compared to some of the other sides as well left in it. They can have their league speed as well, so they can really break lines and take you on that way.
I wonder, have they signed him for next year, Jack Gerrish? What's the story there? Do we know? Because I tell you what, he's going to be sought after. Yeah, I reckon his phone will be ringing over the off-season.
I know last year the plan from Darren Cresswell and the Rovers coaching staff was potential. They had a connection through the Natias at the Richmond VFL program, and I think Williamson may have played a game at Richmond VFL or something like that. So I know that they were keen to get him down to that VFL system. But I tell you what, he is such a exciting player, and he's put on some size. He's a runner. He is really one to watch. I definitely think he could go down and have an impact at VFL level.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, absolutely. He can really accelerate. And, he does it at both ends of the ground. Great defensively.
Alrighty, if you're just joining us here on 1494 2AY or 1566 E, it was the Wangaratta Rovers winning their first final since 2014 over a very gallant and brave Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 22-point winners, the Wangaratta Rovers. Plenty to come on the other side of this with our post-game show for the Clubhouse Bar and Bistro. I hope you've had a great Father's Day enjoying the elimination final between the Rovers and the Saints. The Rovers home in a thriller. On O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SS&A.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Did someone say KFC? I don't care.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury-Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SS&A.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with Go TAFE.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between. Manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY. We're your local.